Hello everyone, this video is a guide that's aimed at helping you get some achievements or trophies for Resident Evil Requiem. We're going to be going through the game in under 4 hours to get the achievement or trophy Speed Demon, which is complete the main story by releasing Elpis within 4 hours. We're also going to go for the achievement Never Touch the Stuff, which is complete the main story without using herbs or med injectors. And we're also going to get the achievement Minimalist, which is complete the main story without Grace using the blood collector. So for this, I would recommend just going through on easy mode. Obviously, it's going to be faster because enemies are going to be easier to get through. Boss fights and stuff are going to be easier and all that good stuff. If you're waiting for the Insanity playthrough or no damage run with that, I'm going to be doing that after this. Usually I help people with like sort of a speed run guide to get through the game quick, and I feel like this is the easiest way to get through the game fast. Obviously, you don't have to go no damage. If you're playing on casual difficulty, when your character takes enough damage that they're about to die, the game regenerates your health, which is nice, makes it a little bit easier for you. But yeah, I know lots of you use my guides for stuff like this and have done for a while for Resident Evil, so I wanted to say thank you for all the support on the previous videos. It means a lot. You guys are the greatest. And yeah, I'll talk about some other things throughout the run, give you some tips and tricks towards helping you get through this. One thing you should probably take note of is that if you are going to load your game at any point, you should quit to the main menu and load from there, and don't use the auto saves, and don't load while you're still in the game by pausing it and going to load game. Always go back to the main menu because that can mess with your time. More than likely there'll be lots of people who don't listen to the intro, and someone will complain about this in the comments, so I'll probably have to repeat myself a bunch of times throughout the run on that, but never mind. Either way, let's get this going. I appreciate you tuning in. Let's go. Okay, so skipping the cutscenes. There's a lot of cutscenes in this game, and although watching them would be nice, it'd probably make the video like a couple hours longer, so we're gonna skip them all. We ain't really here for that. I'm guessing most people watching this have done their first playthrough, and you're probably here for help beating the game fast. Alright, let's go. This area is fairly straightforward. We're just following a relatively set path. More or less, we're just walking down the street. So, as I probably mentioned in the intro, this run is done on casual difficulty, which is basically like easy. And it's not really meant to be too difficult. It's more about getting through the game as fast as you can and making it easy for people to follow and stuff, you know what I mean? More than likely there'll be someone in the comment section, there always is, who's like, oh, why are you playing on casual? Like, there's someone complaining about it. But yeah, this is intended as a guide to help people with achievements and trophies, people who want to know the route and stuff. Like, I nerd out and figure out the route of the game to get through it faster, and then it's easier for people to follow if it's on an easier difficulty. However, they will be doing insanity mode, no damage in time. But if you're trying to beat the game fast, it's probably not a good idea to do it on insanity, you know, for most people anyway. Alright, so when you come in here, you can grab this photo, turn it around, get the key, and use it to unlock this door. One thing I should probably mention, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the intro because I haven't actually done it yet, but in other Resident Evil games, at least the recent ones, if you pause the game, the time doesn't tick up. But also, if you make a mistake and you want to reload a save, don't load the game from the pause menu. Make sure you quit to the main menu first. That way, your time won't get added up. Okay, and also I would avoid loading autosaves, because that tends to also add on to your time. I'm not 100% sure that's how it works on this game, but that's how it's worked on a lot of the more recent previous games, so something to bear in mind if you're following this guide. Again, fairly straightforward. We need to come in here and interact with the bed. look at the photo, and then I'll start this little scene with Alyssa. I think they did a really good job with Grace's segments.
Grace, come on, keep moving.
I played Grace's segments in
Grace, hurry.
first person and Leon's in third. And that's what the game recommends. I don't know if you guys did the same thing, but that's just kind of what I went with. Alright, let's go. More cutscenes to skip. Yeah, I really like what they did with in the early stages of this game. The horror is done very, very well. I think it's really good. It's kind of difficult when you're... I think they talked about this in one of the developer interviews. It's kind of difficult to make a game scary when your protagonist is super badass and just kicks everything's ass like someone like Leon is. And you really feel that. Like, Grace's sections can feel a lot scarier than Leon's, you know? I definitely feel like the early stages of the game were a lot creepier than the later ones, but that's fine. I only really have one part of the game that I don't like very much, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So we're going to come down here and slide this out of the way and grab this thing from behind the painting. Again, this area is super straightforward. I mean, you can always check the video for where to go and stuff, but this area is very linear. Need to grab this and open it up to progress. And get the disc as well. Alright. So we need to evade away from this guy's aim. And press whatever button it is for you to get free. For me it's F. I'm pretty sure I changed that. Oh, look at this. This is so creepy. I'd say they did a really good job here.
Get away! Get away from me! Oh, shit! Stay away!
Good night. Ooh, grim. I feel like they did such a good job with Alyssa's voice act. No, Grace's voice acting. Up the stairs, to the door. I got the key for this now. We'll have another cutscene to skip. Alright. So, playing as Leon now. One thing that's different in your second playthrough is that you have these ammo and gun boxes now, and like, this isn't New Game Plus. This is still New Game. It's kind of strange that they changed that. Also, on this difficulty, one thing to note is there's pretty strong aim assist, even if you're on mouse and keyboard like me. I didn't realize until I got here somewhere. I just ended up turning it off. See me go into the menu in a moment. If you want to use it, obviously that's up to you. I guess it makes things a little bit easier. I just don't like aim assists. I feel like it can mess with where I'm aiming and stuff. So I just tend to leave it off. You can really feel it too, like it is very, very strong. But again, that's up to you. If you want to use it, feel free. I don't think it affects achievements or anything. I just shoot that person in the back? I don't think so. Look like they ducked. Don't see a body there. I think we're good. So we're just shooting our way through the street here. Get whatever pickups you can from the enemies you take out. Just watch yourself. Sometimes these guys run up on you quick. Let's keep pushing up. These throwables give you a really easy way to take out an enemy. Oh, fuck. Graphics on this game are really, really nice. I do really like what they've done. Like I mentioned earlier, there's only really one part of the game I don't like, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Alright. Just be careful, because these guys can come out of nowhere, and they do like to run at you. I'm pretty certain if you wanted to, you could just run through here, but I was just playing it safe. One thing to take note of is that on this difficulty, if you take some damage, or you get to the point where you're in danger, you get low health, I think the game recharges you up to a certain point, like it gives you some health back. So even though we're doing no damage in this run, you don't have to follow along with that. If you don't want to, you can just stay away from using herbs. Alright, we did it. Pretty straightforward first segment as Leon. Let's keep skipping these cutscenes. I'm back as Grace now, so we're going to come out and head straight. We need to go and get the lighter and the key first, I think. I think we get the key first and then the lighter, so we're going to swing right down here. Turn on this light. We can see. Keep moving forward. And then come all the way down here next to the statue and go left. And at the end is a drawer we can open to grab the key from. Let's go ahead and do that. I think they did a really good job in this area, giving it that old school feel, but it's also quite reminiscent of Resident Evil 7, which is great. But like, everybody loved that game. Alright, let's grab the lighter here. Getting ahead of myself trying to get that fuse, but that's what we're trying to get next. So if you want to drop a save, there is a save point right there, but we're just going to head out. I did save a bunch of times throughout this. Feel free to save as much as you like. There's no limit on how much you can save. I think I already mentioned this, but make sure if you're loading your saves that you go back to the main menu to load them. Don't load your save from the pause menu because it will add up your time. So we've come into the prep room. We're going to skip this cutscene and we want to back up immediately and head this way. It doesn't really matter, but if you're quick in turning around and walking away, then the blue waffle lady here will not grab at you. If you stand still for too long, she'll go for a grab, and it's easy to avoid, but it actually takes her a little bit longer to get down here if she goes for that grab. So if you just move away quickly, you can save a little bit of time, but it doesn't really matter. One way or another, she comes down here, so we're going back to where she came from. And if you're like me, on your first playthrough, you probably knocked everything off this table. If you like move it a little bit, and just wait a second, move it a little bit, just keep moving little bits, and waiting, move it a little bit and wait, you won't knock anything off it. And you'll be able to get the toolbox without luring, I'm not sure what this monster's name is, but yeah, the big one. The big one. Sorry, we're just doing little movements. I know it takes time here, but it's still quicker than if you knock stuff off, you know. So let's just keep pushing it, keep moving it, little by little. I think we're getting close now to where I can probably jump on top of it and get the toolbox. Yeah, you probably save like a good minute or two by doing it this way and not knocking anything off. You have to do like extra laps.
Yes.
If you do knock stuff off. But yep, there's a screwdriver. So let's go back this way. Head around here. We're going down here. We need to lure her away. So let's go near her so she can see us. And we need to go back to the room with the light. Trying to like stay in her line of sight so she doesn't stop, because if you get too far away from her, she'll just stop and look around. So I was trying not to move too quickly there. But when she jumps up into the roof here, she'll climb over and take out the light. When she climbs up, we're just going to run through. So you can go as soon as she starts pulling herself up. And we're going to go this way and she'll burst through the wall on the left. And then we need to go back and around through the room that we got the toolbox out of. Let's keep going. Yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think about Grace? I think Grace is a great character. I do like her more than Ethan, but I didn't really dislike Ethan. Like I said before, I was quite surprised at how many people didn't like Ethan. Right, so we're going back in here, and now we can undo this box and get the fuse. Beautiful. Cool. Skip that cutscene, immediately back up. Go this way and right out the door. Follow the hallway, and we're going to slap the fuse in here. Now we can skip this cutscene. Very nice. Alright.
We care for quite a few long-term patients here, all undergoing experimental therapies developed by us.
So if you want to get some upgrades and whatnot, feel free at this point. I think I went with some upgrades for the pistol. I don't really like that sight thing, so I don't use it, but that's up to you. I like to get the power here. Those power upgrades.
Experimental therapies.
Yes. It's all very cutting edge. The facility keeps a low profile due to the sensitive nature of the research.
Oh, I bet it does.
It's kind of weird that those boxes are in New Game. Like, you would expect them to be in New Game Plus. Okay, I'll shoot this doctor in the face. And I know the chainsaw is cool, but to be honest, it just increases your chances of getting hit. I would just leave it and just shoot the enemies that try and pick it up. It's kind of funny watching them trying to use it. I one threw it at me, and it very narrowly missed me. Don't ask me that. I wonder if that can kill you. I wonder if that just one-shots you. It's a good idea, though, if you've got the chainsaw in a certain place, for you to guard it. You will need it to open the door in a minute, but I just don't like to use them. On this difficulty, it's not so bad, but definitely on the harder ones, it just increases your chances of getting hit. I like to keep my distance. It's the same with parrying. Like, parrying is really cool, and I get it's like a badass mechanic, and, you know, nobody can touch me kind of thing, but I prefer not to parry, because I feel like it's just really risky. Like, it's a last resort type deal, you know? Let's go check this room, and we've got a box here. Still an enemy that's alive. Going for the chainsaw. Yeah, it's kind of dumb that the enemies will just move towards the chainsaw no matter where it is. Alright.
Nice.
Nice. Got another box here. Let's grab that. Just make sure you're getting all the pickups from the enemies. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into insanity mode on this and doing some runs with that. But kind of have what's the word? Like a routine I do when a new Resident Evil game comes out.
Again. How are things on your end?
I just hacked into the center's network.
Good. Good. Can you find me the floor plan?
I'll see what I can do.
Well, in the meantime, I'll try to track him down.
Keep me posted.
Yeah.
Do.
Like I usually do a casual playthrough, and then I work on achievement guides to help people out, and then I start doing the hard stuff, you know, like do guides for the hard modes and stuff. Well, this didn't take me too long to put together. It's just a long game. It took me longer than some of the other games have taken me, but we'll get it done, I'm sure. So we're going to go down to the save area now. And we're going to go and see Emily. This is where you get the fast key card. And feel free to drop a save here if you want to. I did. And we're going to grab this antique coin on the desk. Let's go ahead and use the key card here to open this. We've got one bullet in the Requiem, whatever you want to call it. We're going to go all the way down here and into the kitchen. And we're watching the chef here beat his meat. As soon as he walks away, it turns away from you. Go ahead and start pushing the cart. I'm going to push it all the way in one go. As long as you time that right, you've got plenty of time to get through here. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to come down here and grab this knife. And don't go into the bathroom. We got this guy turning off lights and stuff. We're going to turn this light on and then kill this guy with the Requiem.
Jesus.
Requiem? I don't know. We'll unlock this door and we're going to go into the dining room. I want to get rid of that guy. It's a shame to use the one bullet we have in this gun on him, but he just gets in the way later, so it's a good idea just to get rid of him. He's actually difficult to get past without being grabbed. Let's go straight through the dining room, come around here and into this area, grab this knife, grab these bullets. Keep moving. I'm gonna go this way. We got another coin. And got a box here to break. Let's go ahead and smash that. And there'll be an enemy coming down the stairs here. And if you're not using the blood collector, something you're probably going to have to get used to in this area is, this guy did not want to stun. Stabbing enemies. Because we don't have as much ammo as we would have as if we had the blood collector. You just end up running out of ammo quite quickly, so what I tend to do a lot is shoot an enemy till I can stun them, and then just stab them while they're on the floor. But we will find ammo lying about the place, and I'll try and route to the pickup so you've always got enough. Like, for instance, upstairs there's a few bullets on the table. We're going to come through here, through this door. A few enemies in here, so we're going to quickly walk forward and grab this coin and go this way. Brace's pistol is in that room, but we're actually not going to get it, just because it's not really worth it. We don't want to deal with those enemies. We're just going to leave them alone. We don't actually get all of the coins in this playthrough. I'm just getting enough to get the hip pouch. And I also get the steroids. Alright, I'll explain why when we get to it. So we're going to open that, get the unicorn box. We're going to come over here. Open this. And moon, sun, star, moon is the code. Okay, there's the moon quartz. I'm going to come in here and deal with this guy. When he's stunned, I actually didn't want to pick up that pencil. When he's stunned, push him over and just start stabbing till he dies. Good way to save ammo. There is a charm you can find that allows you to do more damage with the knife. I think it's in the pantry, but you need to take out the chef for that. I don't use any charms in this run at all. It's up to you if you want to use them, if you get them. But I just, yeah, I'm not about the charms. I got kind of unlucky with this chick's positioning, but I managed to just squeeze past her. She got a scream off and that stunned me, but that doesn't do any damage, so we're good to just keep moving. Let's go. Right, all the way down. I really like what they did with the blister heads in this game as well. Like, it's kind of a lot like the crimson heads in RE1. I think it's a really cool mechanic. You have to, like, be careful of the enemies you've taken out. all the way back to the dining room here then, pretty much where we came from. Push this guy over, and I'm not gonna finish him off, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm trying to save some ammo here. And I wasn't grabbing the green herbs as Grace, because they're kind of useless as we're not using them. But bear in mind that as Leon, you can sell them. So we're going to come around here to this unicorn door. We've got the antique coin right there. There's one on this table as well, but also we've got this vase with some bullets in it. There's a couple more antique coins. So if we come over here and grab this arm, we can get the east wing key as well. There we go. We can get the hip pouch now. We'll just slap in 3 coins for that. So the steroids and the... What are these ones called again? The other one? The blue one? I forget what it's called. Is it a stabilizer? Yeah. So I can't get this just yet, but I'm putting the coins into that. And that just improves your firepower. Makes your guns stronger, so we'll get that one. You can use this... Well, I do get the steroids, but I don't use them. I'm actually not 100% sure if it counts as a med injector, but the thing about the steroids is if you're low health and you use it, it refills your health. But I do get them, I just don't use them. I ended up putting them in the item box. But, you know, that's your call if you want to use them. I don't think it counts as a med injector, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. So we're going to go put the quartz into the door.
Perfect fit.
And
Guess I need 2 more.
we can use the key card here just to make space in the inventory. And I'm going to go drop a save at this point, because we've basically just done the west wing. It's up to you if you want to save it here. Right, so we're going to go do the east wing. Bit of a chunky area. I feel like my route is pretty optimal with this whole area. There is one thing I met... Well, I don't even know if it's a mistake, to be honest. It worked out pretty well for me, and I'm sure it will for you guys too. Go ahead and open this safe. The code is 30, 10, 50. So 30 right, 10 left, 50 right. We got some antique coins out of that. We're gonna shoot this guy in the back of the head. Just wait till he's standing still. Push him over. And start stabbing. There is another zombie in the room, so just watch out. He died really quickly, which is beautiful. Right, there we go. Do the same with this guy. Push him over. Get to stabbing. That guy took some more stabs. Alright. So let's get going. So we're going to take this guy out. Don't want him getting in our way. He's taking lots more stabs. Yeah, it's kind of RNG on enemy health. Sometimes they die in a couple of stabs and sometimes it takes several. We got 3 enemies shuffling at us here. If you've got a bullet in the Requiem, you can take all of these guys out with one shot. But I don't have any, so I would recommend waiting for these guys to come a bit closer into this room. You don't want them on the corner back there because I think it's usually the guy, the doctor with the mask on, this one, or the sergeant, the one carrying the big knife. He usually stands back up at some point. Not as a blister head, he just stands back up. So yeah, I don't like to have him on this corner because you've got to come back down here. If you just turn that corner and he grabs you, it's like unnecessary damage, you know what I mean? Alright, so antique coin there. Grab that. And let's go up these stairs. And we're going to go in here. I'm only coming here to smash this vase and take the scrap. There's nothing else really in here for us yet. Yeah, so you've got to go ahead of us to get the corrosive, to get the next quartz, or one of the quartzes. Well, this guy's in the way, so we're just going to leave and we'll come back and do that later. We don't actually need to grab it yet, and when you come back later, that guy isn't there. The only problem is there's just a lot more blister heads around. See, there he is. This is why I lured them farther away. I think he's done for. There is a med injector on the floor there, but I'm not bothering with that. Missed a couple of shots there. The way they move can make them tough to hit sometimes, man. Watch out for the other zombie that's in this area too. You gotta come through this room a couple of times, so it's a good idea to kill these zombies. Right, more handgun ammo. Yeah, this chick was tanky, man. Keep stabbing. Yeah, my knife broke. There we go. Yeah, she did not want to die. I am missing some shots. I think she fell over. Oh no. There we go. Yeah, man, she was eating. Right, so let's go use the bracelet to open this door. In this room is a bullet for the Requiem. You can take it now and just load it in. But I grabbed this scrap, so for one I couldn't pick it up because I didn't have the space. But I'm also going to save it for later. So if you do take it, don't use it until I do, because those bullets are very, very limited. Especially if you're not using the blood collector. So just be careful using that. There's a hub in there, we don't want that. Alright, so heading back now that we've got the level 2 bracelet. Let's go. Couple more doors we can unlock now. So we're going to swing a right here and go back towards the dining room, but we're not going into the dining room, we're going past it. And look out, because the maid can sometimes be here. Her position can change, but yeah, she was still inside the toilet for me, but she can be in that hallway, so just be ready. Also be careful when you come through this door, because there's a guy right here. If you rush through it, he can just grab you. So just be careful. Let's get rid of him though. Stab, stab. Proper British experience. Alright, let's unlock this. Come in here. It's not really a fat lot we gotta get in this area, but we're gonna go in here. I think there's like a lockpick and some bullets as well, some scrap. And up top as well, I would say go up here first, because you haven't set the enemies off in this area yet. Yeah, this area isn't really necessary. It's just kind of a place to come to get resources, I guess. So, let's come in here. And at the back here is a lockpick. Although I don't really think you need the lockpick. I'm pretty sure at the end of the game I had more lockpicks than we need. But there's some bullets here, which is always handy. Alright, we're just going to go back. There's nothing else we've got to get in that area. Literally just for those few things. I think there's a door you can unlock at the back that takes you to an earlier area if you want to go there, but we don't need to go there, so we're just going to leave it. And we're going to come in here. We've got an item box room. Opening these lockers. Another lockpick. And a wrench. So, feel free to save it if you want to. I don't think I saved it here, but if you want to, it doesn't hurt. Okay. Just again, I'm going to keep repeating. I'm going to sound like a broken record by the end of this. What am I putting in here? Put some scrap away. I'm going to sound like a broken record by the end of this run, but if you do load your saves because you make a mistake, make sure you quit to the main menu when you load your saves, because it will mess with your time if you don't. Alright, so we're going to come to the back here and grab the box. Some bullets, I'm pretty sure, in there. 9, which is a nice amount. We're going to grab this box. We need to examine that to get the lungs out of it. So let's spin it around, open it up. We're going to turn this knob to hand. We're going to get 2 and 5 on the switches, turn this thing to halfway, and then turn it back, turn the wheel back to auto, and that'll open the box. If you've done a first playthrough, and this is your second playthrough, even if you're on a new game, your
What the fuck?
files... Yeah, your files are still there from your first playthrough, so you can look at a lot of the safe codes and whatever else. So when this guy comes through, I'd like to just stand at the back here past the truck and shoot the bullet to break the windscreen and then shoot the zombie,
Fucking break.
and we can leave. Nice and easy. So, we gotta head back now. There are some herbs in the other room on the right as you come out of there, but obviously we're not using herbs, so I just left them. But if you want to go and get them, there's some boxes that have got 2 herbs in. This guy turns into a blister head. I can't really fight that, so I'm just going to run past and come this way. So just bear in mind that at this point for you, a zombie or 2 will probably turn into a blister head, but we can't fight them because we just don't have the ammo. We need to save our ammo. Watch out for that maid. And now we're going through the dining room. We're going to have this guy here again. Let's get rid of him. Alright. Hop over Rio. Alright, stab, stab. Let's open this. And in here we've got some bullets and another hit pouch. Beautiful. And we need to wait in this room by this window for the chef to walk past. That's why I took out that zombie. Because we've kind of just got to stand around. I think I was quite quick here, so he's pretty far away. I had to wait for a minute. Just chill here and wait for him to walk past the window. There we go. Let's keep moving. And let's go ahead. Take this wheel off. And now we need to use the wrench to open this door. Okay, so we've got some scrap in this room. The 2 boxes at the back have herbs in them, and there's also a blood transfusion bag in that room, but yeah, we don't want those. So I'm going to get the chef's attention here by shooting him. You can't just stand there though, and he'll still probably see you, but I feel like it's a little bit quicker to shoot him, to get him to come over. It's up to you if you want to take these herbs. I don't. It would be cool if there was some point in the game where you can switch items with Leon. Like even if it was just heals and whatnot. Alright. Hurry up, mate. Come on. Alright, let's go. Right. So, now that we've done that, let's head back. We've got both of the body parts now. We've got the heart and the lungs. So we just need to come back through dining room. We need to go back to the east wing. Just keep your wits about you because enemies can be lurking in this area. It's always a bit sketch coming through here. Watch out for that blister head. He might have shuffled down. We need to come back in here. This zombie will stand up now. Let's deal with him. Only really come back here to get the stabilizer. Alright, he's dead. So, let's put 1 coin in here. And at this point, not sure if I picked up any more coins. I may have. But you don't really need to, because the only other thing that's in these cupboards or whatever is the blood injector upgrade. And even though that is cool, we're not using the blood injector for that achievement, so it's pointless getting any more coins for us, and we're not carrying any right now, so let's just keep it that way. Keep going. So at this point, I would say it's a good time to save it. And as the save point's right here, feel free. I'm going to put the steroids away. If you want to use them at your own risk. Like I said before, I'm not sure if it counts as a med injector. I don't think it does. It wouldn't make sense for it to, but I didn't feel like I needed to use it because I'm not taking damage anyway, so it's like, why do I need to increase my health? So I just didn't bother. But that's up to you. Use at your own risk. So come to the examination room, put the lungs in, then put the heart in. And this guy will stand up. There's a blister head turning in the next room. Not going to worry about him. As this guy's standing up, you can shoot him a couple of times to do some damage. And when he drops to the floor, shoot him a couple more times and he'll die. And we can get the level 2 wristband now. Let's go back. Let's go this way. And as the big chunk passes the door, we can come through here and get Requiem shut. What do you guys say? Requiem? 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 One of those words, man, that you can pronounce. I'm fairly certain I've heard people say Requiem. Requiem. But I don't know. What do I look like? A wordologist? Alright. So now we're going to come through towards where we can get the final, or, well, we've only got one of the quartz at the moment. We go back and get the second one that we've already been near towards the, I guess it would just be our third one. We get it at the end. When we've done the basement. Alright, so we've got the level 3 bracelet. And right now, you'll have 4 enemies come through here. And these guys are kind of annoying because they shuffle off into the rooms we've got to pass through a few times with Emily. So what I like to do is use Requiem to shoot them when they're all lined up, and you can kill at least 3 of them. I've never killed all 4. I don't know if that's possible. I think maybe it stops at 3. But yeah, line that shot up, and I think there's an achievement tied to that as well, or at least a challenge. We'll take out this guy too, though, knock him down, give him some stabbing, show him some good loving with the knife, and then we're going to head back to go and get Emily. This guy's turning into a blisterhead. That's actually really unfortunate. That's a terrible place to get an enemy turning into a blisterhead. But it is what it is. Alright. So let's go back. One thing I've not done yet, actually, because it's just, I don't know, I just forgot, I guess. I never really thought about it, but I haven't opened the other cell in this area. I'm guessing there's a file in there, or something. Some sort of collectible.
What do you want me to read? There's some buttons with Braille on them.
Okay.
Can you read them and then push the buttons in this order? Star, star. I have to get it together.
All right. So, let's get moving. So when you come this way, the chunk will come shuffling in. Wait. He'll move to the other side of the door and then turn around. Sometimes he'll reach through the door, start going crazy, but he didn't for us this time. Now just be careful of that blister head. Sounds like he's on the right side of the door. I think we're good though. So let's go. If one of these guys turns into a blister head here, just run past them. Also got a knife from one of the enemies we killed. We keep moving here and go into the room and put Emily down. That blisterhead dude will disappear. Alright, so enemies will start shuffling towards us now from the left and right. Try and hit a shot and just knock them over and stretch your bullets out by using your knife. We haven't got a lot of bullets left, so just try to manage your ammo as well as you can. Yeah, this guy actually grabbed me here. Luckily, though, I didn't take any damage there. And the knife killed him.
Oh, shit.
That's where the defense knives come in really handy. Right. Yeah, I like, there's actually mechanics for both characters like that, but I like the mechanics that allow you to stop yourself from taking damage there. Like with Leon, if you're about to shoot and an enemy grabs you, he'll get a shot off with his pistol a lot of the time, and that's like an animation of them getting saved. Pretty sure I checked my health here and it still said fine, so I was like, well, I guess that doesn't count as damage. In typical YouTube commenter fashion, though, there'll probably be someone in the comment section, though, that's saying something like, that's damage! You're on shit, you're shit! More than likely, but, I mean, to those people we say, smell my ass, fuck you, you know? Know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Don't be one of those people. Alright, so we gotta fight this blister head. Try to push him over and give him some stabby stab. Oh. There we go. Yeah, as well, like when your character does take damage, blood splatters on the screen, and you get like a thing at the bottom right, like you can see this the health state change of Grace, and that didn't happen. So I'm taking it as no damage on that grab. I'm happy with it. But whatever. Again, there'll be someone who disagrees with me, but I just genuinely don't care. Really, really don't. Let's skip all these cutscenes playing Leon. Now we got a little boss fight. A little boss fight, mate.
FBI?
Okay. So I'm going to buy the shotgun here. You may remember on your first playthrough, the game just gives you a shotgun, like in this next fight. But in this, it doesn't. I'm not sure why they did this. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me that in the second playthrough you've got to like buy your guns and stuff. Yeah. Like, why not just do this in the original playthrough? I don't get it. You would think this would be like a new game plus thing, but it's not.
I don't know.
So
Find out.
it's up to you what guns you buy, but I like the shotgun. It's the one I bought. Yeah, you like in the first playthrough you get this shotgun here. Like, it's just on the floor, right here. And these boxes don't show up till, like, later in the game. Okay. So, pistoling this guy until he goes down, and when he's, like, stunned, you can get a couple of shotgun shots off. Do some damage to him. This boss really isn't too tough. When he looks like he's about to charge you, though, you can come down here. There's some handgun ammo on the side there. Bit stuck, ain't he? Get everything reloaded. Again, we can shoot him before we axe him, but he died off of that. So we take those. Beautiful. So let's run around and gather up
but I'm not on the menu.
all the ammo that's in this area. There's some more ammo down the side here that I'm not quite sure how to get. It's like behind a wall. God. Maybe you've got to get him to destroy the wall or something. I'm pretty sure as he, like, charges around and bumps into stuff, he breaks things, but I don't know. Let's get into the house. Go in this way. And Leon can open these cupboards with his axe, but in that one is where you get the compensator. But because I bought it, it's not in there. I'm not sure if it's in there if you don't buy it, so you might want to check, but there's literally nothing in that cupboard for me, so I just leave it. Again, weird box mechanic thing, but whatever. I'm not complaining. Just kind of wish they did it with the first playthrough. Should have just done that. Shotgun shells. I guess maybe they wanted to give you an idea of what guns you should be buying. We can just sneak attack this chick. And it sucks, but you can't go and open the safe as Leon, and you can't get Grace's handgun either. Alright, so let's crank this open.
What a fucking shame.
What a fucking shame. Alright, so these guys are a lot easier to deal with as Leon. Mainly because of his hatchet. Stun him up and you can just one-shot him with that hatchet. Really, really nice. Alright. Oh, I like to use this table
One thing after another.
to move around away from these guys. Keep a little bit of distance if you can, because even with the shotgun, you can like blast them in the face, and they just still keep running at you. It's weird. Just be careful. These enemies are very strange. I really didn't have to fight that many there. I feel like I've had fights in this area where there's more. You get another wave now, but I feel like I didn't have to fight many. Unless I just killed them really quick, I don't know. Make sure you get the stuff out of these vases. Oh, this guy. It's a bit risky, isn't it? You can also use their throwables to do some easy damage to them. What was going on here? I think I was waiting. Yeah, I wanted to use the axe. There we go. Yeah, I didn't really like that position. There's a note on the floor there. I thought it was ammo for a sec, but then I remembered it's just a note. Alright. This is a pretty good position. You got plenty of space. These enemies sort of have to like face plant as they come through. Just use a grenade. So they're all nice and gathered up. And we can axe this guy a question. I think that's it. Yeah, that just didn't feel like a lot of enemies.
That's my cardio for the week.
Whatever. I should have taken that med injector because as Leon, you can sell the herbs and med injectors for a bit of extra money. Alright, so let's go ahead and skip that. And we are back as Grace. So this area is, it's a good area. It's done very well, but it's
Under the hospital.
it's a bit miserable, not gonna lie. Bit of a miserable area, but let's get it done. Doesn't take too long. Let's just get through this together. Some sneaky tricks I've got in this area to help things go a little bit smoother. So I'm going to... I didn't put anything in. Or maybe I guess I just wanted to check. Feel free to drop a save here if you want to. I did. We'll just sweep through this whole area in one go. We're going to come through here towards the jail cells. When we come down here, we'll have a cutscene. Skip that. Come down and grab the scrap that's right here. And remove the joint plug that's in here. And as you come back, you'll see Blue Waffle 2.0 come out of the roof. But we'll just run past, keep going. When we come to here, slap the plug in. This will stop her because of the light, but we're just going to go in anyway, so don't worry too much about her. Let's keep going. And all the way down, around here, there's an enemy in this area, so watch out for him, but we're going to open this safe first. The code is 60, I think it's 40, is it now? 80, 60, 40, 80. We got some bullets in there, beautiful, so let's get this guy. So there's also some scrap in that room, and I don't think I grabbed it, so my knife broke here. And I couldn't make another one, because I didn't grab the scrap that's in that room. I had to go back. So yeah, I just quickly ran back, grabbed that, so we can make a knife. It's pretty much all we can make, because we don't have the blood collector. Alright, let's knock him over. I have a feeling the blood collector may have been something they added late in development. Because without it, it just felt like there wasn't a huge amount that Grace had at her disposal. There's a lockpick right here on the left. And this zombie will start crawling through and you'll see him get ripped back. But we're gonna keep crawling and go to our right. Keep going. There's some scrap here for us to grab. And we're gonna climb up and over to get out of this area. Okay, so swinger right here. We've got this enemy right now. Don't kill this guy. Because there's a high chance that he'll blister head later. Try and stun him like I just did and push him over there. And then wait for Blue Waffle 2.0 to come. And when she gets stunned, you can take the joint plug back. Again, if he dies here, there's not really a huge amount you can do, but just try to keep him in this area for now. He shouldn't follow you too far. And let's put the joint plug in. And we don't need to do this, but it's a good idea to, because there are 2 zombies in this room. And we want to get rid of them, because in a little bit, we're going to have to use the light from this area to drive off BW2. And, yeah, like these zombies being here can cause a problem, so it's a good idea just to get rid of them now. There's one that's just standing, and this guy over here is a sleeper, so let's get rid of him too. Stab him as much as you can. Give him a shot, knock him over. Commence the stabbing boss. There we go. Beautiful. So, now that they're taken out, let's grab the plug back. Keep following this around. All the way down here. I think this is where we came from, right? And then slap the plug in. We're going to push this crate out of the way. Through the gate. And we need to come around here and grab the crank thing. Socket wrench. That's what it's called. And when you come back around here, she's going to jump through the roof. And if you shoot her right now, she'll still grab up this body and chomp off its head, but I think she reacts quicker. Yeah, she seems to, like, drop it quicker if you do that. Let's come all the way around through the fence. And then grab the joint plug back. Let's keep moving. So when we get here, she's going to drop down in front of us. And we're going to come back and put the joint plug in here. This is what I was talking about. This is why we dealt with these zombies. Because if we bring her over here, she'll come over, get burnt by the light, and then go back in the same way she came. And if you're doing this, you don't want zombies on the left shuffling up on you, you know. So when she dips, grab the joint plug back. And go the same way she's going. Keep moving. If you do want to drop a save, that save room is on your right there. It's up to you, but I'm just going to keep moving. We're going to shoot this guy twice to stun him, and don't push him, just use the socket wrench on this to quickly get the joint plugs in. Turn the light on in this room, and you should time it right so that you can knock him down, and then she can't get to you because the light kind of chilling. We need to make another knife here and give him some more stabbing. He's done. She'll head off up top. So now, that guy that we left alone earlier, we're going to deal with him. So I shot him in the leg and he like got stunned and I had to wait. I kind of want to bring him over to this room and take him out in here, because this guy's got a really high chance of turning into a blisterhead, because if we killed him earlier, he's the first zombie that we killed, so he's been on the floor the longest, which just means that when we go back there in a little bit, he turns into a blisterhead. I mean, the blisterheads are fine, but the position he's in over there is really bad if he does turn into a blisterhead, because we've got to do some maneuvering around that area in a little bit, and we just don't want him in the way. Alright, so now we've done that. Let's come through here and go through this pipe. And we got some scrap there. Let's keep moving. Crouch under here. And we've got a ladder on our left, I believe. Yep. Up we go. We need to go all the way to the back here and grab the forklift key. There it is. We can use that on this forklift to lift it up. In this room is another hip pouch, which is always good. And some bullets too. Grab the hip pouch and grab the bullets. And now we just got to head back on ourselves now that we've got the forklift. We can't take this joint plug yet. So let's keep moving. Keep going, keep going. She's going to jump out here. Don't worry about her. Let's just go. And, yeah, just back the way we came right now. We've got to go back so we can work our way round to get to that other joint plug. So we need to grab these joint plugs back. Let's go ahead and get them. Run past this guy. And we need to take out this zombie as quick as possible. It's a shame that Grace doesn't have some sort of stealth mechanic, you know, to like stealth attack zombies. And he's dead. So we put the joint plug in there, and we're going to come through this area. And she turns out the lights in this area now, which kind of sucks. Not a fat lot we can do about that though. So she jumps down, shoots her in the face to get her attention, and then go back the way you came, all the way to where we just took out that zombie a second ago. We just kind of want to hang out there, and this is one of the reasons why we took out that enemy in a specific position, because he was right here, and if we took him out here, he's probably going to blisterhead, and you don't want to be doing this crap trying to lure her around while there's a blisterhead in the area. Okay, so you can chase after her here and she'll go into the roof. We can get past. Keep going, keep going. Alright. So, let's go ahead and put our key in. Can also put the joint plug in. And then this room will start up and the bodies will start moving. You could use a lockpick to open that, but I'm pretty sure it's just got some metal parts in it for you to make bullets, but we can't make bullets because we don't have the blood collector, because you need blood to go with the metal parts to make the bullets, and we don't have the blood, so no point using that lockpick unless you have the blood collector. Grab this ammo after taking out that zombie and push this thing out of the way. Okay, so time this well so that you're not running next to a body. There's a gap here, we're just going to go through that. Turn this switch, If you do go through where there's a body, make sure you've got a big enough gap so that the zombie can't grab you. You want to play it really safe though, you can just wait until there's 2 bags on either side of the gap, which is a thing. It just takes a while. You're kind of relying on RNG for that to show up. That's a pretty big gap there. I could have gone with that one. I think I went with this one though, because this gap's really big. Yeah. So if you're quick enough, you can duck out and grab the knife that's on your left and get back in. I don't think I was quick enough there, but luckily there was a gap here between these 2 bags, so I just went with that. A zombie will drop in here, but we're not going to bother with him. Doesn't really matter. Make sure when you get up top here that you move to your left to get out from in between the bags. If you go right, you'll have to walk back through between the bags again, so... Right. Turn this wheel. Crank it. And... we've got to drop in here, let the blood drain. Okay. So there's bullets on either side of you and a Molotov as well. Don't use the Molotov. Save the Molotov. We'll use it much later in the game. It's not necessary to use now. Items like that, because they're so rare without the blood collector, it's a good idea to hang on to them until you really need them. So all we've got to do here is just survive. Just shoot zombies once in the head, and they'll stun, and they'll end up going into the grinder here. Keep doing that, and that'll pretty much clear this area for you. Just keep walking to the back of the area, and that'll keep you safe. I don't know if this has got something to do with how many zombies you push into the grinder or what, but whatever works, whatever works. Well, there he goes. Get him as well. Get him in there. Alright, we're probably nearly done at this point. Go on, son. Bugger off. Bugger off. Okay. Gotta be close now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's something to do with time or the amount of enemies you push into it or what, but either way it's going to work out about the same, I feel.
It stopped. Finally stopped. Thank God.
Right, so grab the joint plug. Now we have access to all 3 joint plugs, but we've got to retrieve them all, so let's go back. We grab that one, the door closes, so we've got to go back on ourselves. We can go through this pipe now. Turning off the power. Stop the fan. Right. Slide down. Yeah.
Oh, I got in my mouth.
Right. So we're gonna leave. If you are using the blood collector, there's a switch on the wall back there you can press, and it drains the blood out of that blood pool. And there's a bunch of blood at the bottom of it you can get in the blood collector, but obviously we're not using it, so let's not worry about that too much. And we're gonna go back this way now. So you need to be careful in this area because there's an enemy that turns into a blister head, and a blue waffle 2.0 shows up. And she's kind of a nuisance. It's like a bit finicky. I definitely lost segments because of this. But we need to stick to our left here, get the joint plug, and you can hear her stomping on over. If you stay where I am, just by the joint plug, you can avoid getting seen by this guy by standing about here. We need him to walk away a little bit, and then if we walk forward, edge forward, she'll jump out of the pipe. And you want to get her attention. You can shoot her if you want. But I just waited. Took her a second to start moving, but it worked out in the end. You could use, if you've got one of the empty glass bottles, to throw it and get her to, like, go away from you. I think she, like, pushed me there. I didn't take any damage, but, like, my screen shook as if I was pushed. I don't know if she, like, shoved me as she went into the vent in the roof, but... Yep. We made it. And let's hop up here. Grab the joint plug from the area we were just in, which is over here. That's all 3 of the joint plugs back. Beautiful. So there's this one zombie hanging out here. Let's give him a couple of shots. Push him over and we'll just leave him on the floor and keep moving. Pretty sure more zombies can start coming out of cells if you're not careful, or someone will probably shuffle over to screw you over. So let's just get over here and stick these joint plugs in. And yeah, skip that cutscene. We gotta move forward here and go left. And then we're heading over here to our left again.
Just don't let go.
And then straight forward towards the elevator. So keep moving.
Come on. Come on.
Go, go, go. And when you get here, you'll put Emily down.
Just putting you down.
You need to turn and math to move this. I'm kind of chilling for a sec after this. Oh, she's not happy. Oh, poor Emily.
Grace? Are you hurt? I'm okay.
Excellent lip sync in there. All right. So. Okay, so as soon as you can, look up and shoot Blue Waffle McGee, and then move towards the door to open it. You'll have to tap. Skip the cutscene, and we're back. So, now that we've done that area, we've got to go and get the last quartz.
Do you maybe want to leave with me?
Let's go ahead and put Emily down in here. And save it. I would recommend saving here. But yeah, we need to go and get the last quartz. We need to get the corrosive for that. You can do this earlier, but I feel like it works out better to do it now. Just because the chunk that's moving around this area just isn't there. The only downside is you've got blister heads rocking about that are in your way. But there's only really one that we need to maneuver around. And it's the one on our right. Over here. So just shoot him a couple of times. Or just stun him and then move past him. Don't worry about killing them. They are tanky even on this difficulty. It's just kind of not worth it. So we need to come over here to our right. And there's a bunch of enemies in this area that we need to kill. So be careful here. It's one of them screaming enemies. You can probably hit it with a couple of shots from here. And just defend yourself from this position. Do what you can. I tried to like knock the enemies down and stab them a bit if I can, but obviously that's not always possible. Because you've got there's 3 normal enemies and obviously the singing chick. You want to, if you really need to, you can jump over that counter right there. Move into the room. But this is a pretty easy area to defend. Just hit whatever shots you can, you know. That guy got brave. He was close. Got a big knife too. Yeah, again, this is why, like, I've kind of been careful with the bullets. She fell. Alright. So, don't hesitate to get stabby if you need to. I think that's all of them, though. I did get an antique coin off that chick, but I'm not going to use it. I think I'm just going to end up putting that in the item box. So I made a knife there to make space for the corrosive. Let's go. We just need to go back. Pretty sure that guy dropped a med injector as well, but obviously we're not using those. So let's go back. Go and use the corrosive. There we go. Alright. Star, sun, moon, sun. So if you remember, in if you played this through and went and got the corrosive and came back before you went to the basement, Victor shows up here and talks to you. Unless I don't know if I'm mistaken, he just doesn't show up if you do it this way. So maybe it's a bit of a time save, I don't know. It's possible. Sneaking past these guys. Play that a bit safer if you want to. Yeah, we managed to just slip past them. So now we've got all 3 quartzes. Let's go and get Emily. And get out of here, man. But I'm going to drop a save before we dip. We got a chunky section coming. I picked up Emily before I saved, so I didn't have to pick her up when I loaded. But, yeah. Feel free to drop a save here now that you've got all of the quartzes. Alright. So, we are heading out of the care center finally. Let's get out of here. Right.
Finally. We made it. We did it. Emily? Are you alright? Emily?
I don't know.
Well, let's just... we need to keep... Oh my god.
Okay, so... skip this cutscene. And just keep moving forward. And we're going to go in here and quickly visit the item box that's on our right. We can put some things we're not going to need again in here. Put the antique coins away. I'm going to put the bracelet away as well. I'm going to come in and to the left, grab this wine bottle. And solve the little puzzle by rotating this. That'll give us double helix. Apparently, this wine bottle is like
Just let it be in here.
the wine Lady D produced or something. Something like that. So slap that key we just got, double helix key, into that there, and that'll take us down to the bottom. So, I think also at the end of the game you walk into a little office that belonged to Spencer, and there's a picture of a woman holding a baby, and it has the letter M on it. I guess that's a reference to Miranda. I think at the end of Village you do see something that ties Spencer to her, like some files or something. Anyway, we're coming down here and just follow
What the hell?
this path all the way through. Keep going. And we're going to swing a left. Go up these stairs. This area is pretty short. And we'll be back to Leon pretty soon also. In the beginning of the game, I feel like you just spend way more time as Grace than Leon. There's the helicopter key. We're going to quickly interact with the computer there to open this door. Skip this cutscene, and then we've got to go to our right immediately. This place is blowing up or whatever. Come through. Go to your left. Down here. And we need to go to our right and grab this tank so we can take out these zombies. I don't know what this thing is, but I wish we had it in more parts of the game. Just literally wrecks zombies.
Please work.
Alright.
Shit. Okay.
So, grab another one off the wall. Just keep these zombies at bay. Keep spraying them. Fight your way through.
Okay.
Got another one back here should you need it. I think we do need to use 3. You can just run past those zombies, but I think you'll end up getting grabbed by one. Oh, it's just safer to take your time. We're not on like a time limit or anything. Okay, so come through here, all the way around. To your left.
Oh shit.
To your right.
Shit.
At this point, I think it makes you drop the tank. Alright, so follow your path round to the left, all the way up these stairs. Go, go, go. Come up here. And follow this around to the right, up the stairs. Make our way out. Okay. Pretty obvious path here. These zombies can't do anything to you. Head up these stairs. Look at these graphics, man. They look really nice. All the way up. And I like to just walk up the middle, then move to the left when this thing comes down. Pretty certain that thing could smack you and just wreck your shins. Alright. Get to this ladder. Climb up.
Why does this shit keep happening?
Okay. So, through here. And we're out. Watch out for the zombie on your right. I like to shoot him. Just to keep him back. And then jump through the window. And go through here. Back to the helicopter. Skip that cutscene and we'll jump back in as Leon. Let's go. Another cutscene to skip. Hop through the window here. And we need to buy the rifle.
The FBI agent.
Yeah. Found some files on Victor's computer. She's connected to this somehow.
Make sure you grab
Is she okay?
that tracking module.
I've got it covered.
And that'll give you the credits you need to get the rifle here. You should also have some extra from the enemies you killed previously. I like to get the classic 70. I don't like to use the scope, but that's my preference. I feel like the sniper's much better without it. There's not really much in the way of long range shooting in this game, so you don't really need the scope. It's a little less accurate is the trade-off. It's easier to miss shots, but also it costs credits to buy that now. You can get a scope for free later in the game, but I still don't use it. I prefer it this way. So right here we're just protecting Grace. Just look down, shoot any enemies. I wouldn't worry too much about Grace getting grabbed. It doesn't matter. Leon's health is what matters here. But nevertheless, if any zombies get nearer, just shoot them. I think one of the zombies may have slipped through and grabbed her here, like, at some point. Again, there'll probably be someone in my comment section like, actually, I think you'll find I'm writing a strategy guide and that means you took damage. More than likely, but not damage in my book, I don't care. There's always someone trying to ruin the fun, you know? It's a shame, though, because in Resident Evil 4 Remake, there was a thing that just told you if you took damage or not. But I guess what I'm going with here is just, you know, our health. As long as Leon's health stays full, I'm happy. Alright.
Must be time for you to service.
Just keep sniping. Keep your eyes open. These shots are a little bit more tricky without the scope, but still not super difficult. So if you look down here, you can see the top of the chef's head. I think I might have tried to shoot him. Oh, there he goes. Knobhead. Alright. Yeah, even though like I've promoted this video as like no damage and stuff, I guess it's not really the focus. All of that stuff, like same as me posting this as, I always post these videos as speedrun guide. The reason I do that isn't because it's like, oh my god, look at my speedrun's so great. You want to know why I do that? It's because when people are looking for a guide to help them get through the game quick, they usually search for a speedrun, so I kind of just label it as a speedrun. I think most people who are looking for a guide like this, they're not they don't actually want to see a speedrun, because a lot of the time, like, you give it some time, obviously it's early days for this game, you give it some time, and when real speedruns come out, it's very difficult to actually copy a speedrun, because there's a lot of technical tricks and whatnot, so what I try to do is just make something that's pretty easy to copy, you know? Don't get super technical with these runs. That usually comes after for me, like I do these guides first, and then if I want to speedrun the game, I might, but I've kind of got into no damage stuff more over the last couple of years. Much prefer doing that over speedrunning. The problem with speedrunning is the smallest mistake can just cost you. Alright, so as soon as you get control here, you want to aim for one of the boils. I like to use this area back here to stay safe. Use a grenade here. One thing you've got to be mindful of is when you pop the boils on this big guy, it can turn the enemies around him into blister heads. So staying up here can pay, but you've just got to be ready for these guys to turn into blister heads. So it might be worth you taking those guys out first and then popping the boils in between, you know? But that's up to you. Whatever works. Be careful of that tank. If you leave that tank up there and this guy runs up at you, if you pop a boil, I'm pretty sure like the fluid that comes out of his boil can blow up the tank in your face, so just watch yourself. Jump down if he gets close. Just do what you can. Pop them boils, man. The one on his back can be troublesome to pop. So you've got an opportunity when he jumps down to hit it. Let's reload. I think he's only got one more. Yeah, so once you've jumped down, that area will get blocked off. Let's throw another grenade. I think he's pretty hard now. Again, I can't see his boily bits. I think he's stunned right now. There we go. Lovely. Let's grab med injector there. There's also a grenade. Let's grab those. Look around for any ammo we may have missed. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, sweet. Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of comments from you guys saying, you know, that the guides really help you out and stuff. I know lots of you have used them to help you get achievements, and I appreciate all the positive feedback, man. It means a lot.
There's got to be a way to get to the surface.
Right now, we've got to take out the big chick. Fairly straightforward fight. But yeah, I really try not to focus. I know I joke about what people are saying in the comments, but I try not to focus too much on the negative stuff. I think a lot of people do that. They don't really pay attention to the people that are nice to them and with their comments and whatnot, and they focus on the negative stuff. And you know, I did want to mention that I see you all, man. A lot of you say really nice things, and I appreciate it. Like, a lot of you have come through to the Twitch streams and stuff as well and said thank you, and I appreciate all of you that do. Means a lot that you guys support the videos, and I know some of you are probably literally, I shit you not, the day this game came out, the same day, I had people messaging me like, when are you putting the videos out then? Like, it's funny that people are expecting it, but at the same time, it's like, come on. Game's not been out a day. I've got to figure it out. It takes me some time. And then obviously, you know, putting the
Gotta get the power on. That's my only chance.
the video together and commentating and all that good stuff, editing and uploading. It all takes a little bit of time, you know. But still, I feel like I'm getting this out fairly quickly. It's not taking me too long. Alright, so we're going around behind the elevator. There's 3 of these. And really, you only really want to use the Requiem here. And if she jumps in, just shoot her with it and she'll be stunned. That gives you enough time. When you come here, if you go to the back, there's a Molotov. Again, don't use this. Hold on to it. We need to use that later on in the game.
Stiff.
And when you start using this, she'll jump through on the vent in your left and just turn and shoot her. She'll get stunned and that'll give you plenty of time to pull the switch. Yeah, man. Lots of you send very nice comments my way and I'm very appreciative of that. I think the last guide I did like this was Silent Hill 2. It's kind of been... It's been a bit of a rough year, if I'm honest with you. It hasn't been a great year for me. Which is why I haven't been as active. But some people do ask me... Oh, we're going to the right over here, by the way. Just around here. Don't go into that room there till last. Some people do ask me, like, you know, how come I don't post like I used to with Let's Plays and stuff? Let's Plays don't really cut it anymore, man. But I still do stuff like that. I just do it on Twitch now. I just don't really put it on YouTube because it's not... It kind of just doesn't go anywhere. I don't think YouTube really cares about that stuff for me anymore. Guides do really well for me, but nothing else really does, so it's kind of what I stick to. Alright, so again, if she gets in your way, man, just shoot her, and she'll get stunned, and you'll be able to get past. We're going around here into that room at the back. The areas you need to go to are fairly obvious here, because they're all just lit up with red lights. Watch out for her. We need to head into the back to get the crank. There it is. Lovely. And we're going to use that crank right here. Let's go.
Power has been successfully restored.
Okay. Wait for her to gallop off.
This should open the hatch.
And we got to go up
I need
and
to hurry.
press the button. Yeah, I think on that last guide I did for Silent Hill, I remember seeing a comment where someone was really angry at me. Someone was really angry for, like, me putting it out so quickly. And it was like bro, I mean, the speedrun isn't going to be perfect or anything, but it's really the purpose of a lot of these videos is to show people how to beat the game to get achievements where it's like, you know, beat the game in this amount of time. Like, that's why I make these guides.
We're getting out of here. Get out of the fucking way.
Alright, let's press this button. We need to shoot her a couple of times. She's done for, so we're gonna go back to Emily. Yeah, we'll come back to what I was talking about in a moment. Let's just get this section done. Excuse me. Oh, just shoot this thing. I'm not sure if you're supposed to shoot it in its little heart area, but I just shoot it in the face. Right in the spiky vagina mouth. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, so if you want to save it, you got an opportunity here. I saved it here, so... Skipping them cutscenes, we're going back to Raccoon City, baby. Let's go. Yeah. I don't know, like, the thing is, I think a lot of people on YouTube... Like, there's nothing wrong with this, like, because it's nerdy shit, and not everyone's into it, but a lot of people on YouTube who are watching stuff like this for achievements and stuff you're perhaps not so knowledgeable about how speedruns and stuff actually work, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But to be honest with you, the way speedruns are like judged and the way they work is there's a website and a group of people within the community, like people who've ran the previous games or people who just know about the series a lot. They make a rule set up for the speedruns, and it's like you can use this, you can't do that, and usually it's to do with stuff
Time stopped here.
like oh yeah, we're gonna have a conversation here, hold up.
Could have just been a normal city.
Yeah. Now it's nothing but ash and memories.
Tracking module though. Yeah, tracking module and some scrap. So we're just following the street round here, and we need to go into the hotel before the spider fight. But yeah, usually the rules are along the lines of, like, for instance, with Resident Evil 2 Remake, the higher your frame rate was, the more damage your knife does, right? So the rule is put in place that the speedrun has to be capped at 120 FPS, and that's so somebody who gets more frame rate can't beat the game faster than people who can't reach those frame rates, so this run doesn't become paid to win. But before any of that can happen, it takes time. They need to play the game, figure the game out. So at this point, there's no such thing as an official speedrun for this game. Like, it doesn't exist until the rule set is made and the leaderboards open over on speedrun.com. It sounds incredibly nerdy to some of you, I'm sure, but that's how speedruns work. That's like how speedruns are judged. And so people getting pissed at me, like, they more than likely don't have the base knowledge of how speedruns work. And it's like, this really isn't a speedrun. Let's run back here. We're gonna have to run back all the way back and wait at the end here for the spider to catch up to us. Yeah, this really isn't a speedrun, but the reason I label it as one is because it's what people are looking for to actually get through the game fast to get their achievements. So it's just really, it's just smart marketing for the content I'm creating, you know? That's all it is, really. Like, trust me, there'll be people making, like, actual speedruns that are so much faster than this. But okay, so we need to break these webs and just keep following this around. In a moment, there's an area where you need to dodge the spider, so we come through here, break this box. I think there's some baby spiders we need to kill here. I'm phasing in and out of conversation with this. I'm also trying to guide you through. I use the machine gun here to shoot these little guys. Kind of useful. Pistol's good too, though, if you don't have the machine gun yet. But right here, be careful. We want to bait the spider. Then when it goes back in, you can go past. So yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like, I don't understand why people would get angry about it when it's realistically all I'm trying to do is help people. And it works because there's so many people who have watched the videos and it's helped them, you know? I'm sure there's plenty of you watching right now that the videos have helped. I just don't understand why someone would get angry about it. Like, people are strange, man. So a lot of people on the internet are just very strange. Okay, so we're going to come to this tank, wait for the spider, chuck the tank at the spider, baby. And then use the Requiem to shoot it in its little butthole. There we go. I'm going to jam my thumb in its butthole now. And then we're going to climb up. And don't hang around here too much unless he's running away. If he's still coming towards you, don't stand here because he'll jump up and attack you. It's just not a good idea. We can use the other tank, but we need him to come up for that. So let's back up.
Where are you?
There he is. Okay, so he's stunned again. Just get our rifle out. Smack him up with that.
Haven't you had enough?
Okay, jump down. Yeah, this fight can be kind of tricky because you need to shoot him in the back, and a lot of the time he just isn't showing you his back. I missed that shot. Patience, patience. I think he's gone up at this point. Yeah, he's like above us. I pulled out the machine gun by accident here, but if you get the rifle out, you can probably get another shot there. Here he comes. I'm fairly certain he's nearly dead. He turns around here to oop on us. We have to run around this corner. And there we go. One big spider dead. Yeah. So, you know, it's weird. One thing that happens with speedruns a lot as well is that people are constantly trying to find better strategies, right? And when they do, like the whole community that is running the game, like the whole group of speedrunners that are speedrunning the game, everybody's doing the same strategies. They're all, you know, using each other's stuff. And that's also a big part of what goes into a speedrun, is developing strats and learning stuff, figuring stuff out. When a game has been out for this short amount of time, like a couple of days, there's none of that. I can't copy anyone. Like, I haven't watched anybody else play this game. Like, I've got to figure it all out on my own, which isn't, you know, really hard or anything like that. But one thing you'll probably see soon is people running this game way faster than this, way faster than what I'm doing. And that's because they'll have learned all the strategies, you know? Whereas this is all the videos you see of mine, especially the early ones, like that are put out very close to when a game comes out. All the strategies are my own. Like, I've figured it all out on my own. I'm just buying ammo here, I think. I'm not sure if I upgrade anything. I don't think I've got the money to upgrade anything. One thing you could do here is sell herbs and med injectors to have more space. Fairly certain I drop a save in a minute and we go and do this first part. Yeah, right here. Feel free to drop a save if you want to. So we're going to interact with the map here and that'll allow us to progress. Okay. Let's get out of here, mate. Yeah, I like speedrunning. And I wouldn't say I'm involved, but I know a lot of people who speedrun, and I keep an eye on their runs and whatnot, and sometimes I use certain strategies that are beneficial for, like, no damage stuff. When you come into this area, by the way, you'll get attacked by a bunch of enemies, so it's kind of like just a fight, be ready. I like to hang out in the aisles, just take out what enemies I can. Shotgun's great for these guys, but use whatever you like. Everything is pretty effective. Pistol sounds really nice in this game. All the audio is nice. I feel like the music... Excuse me. T-virus infection. I feel like the music's a bit lacking in some areas. It's good for the most part, but... Right. But yeah, the one reason I usually shy away from speedruns is just because the slightest mistake will just cost you a run. And I'm not like that happens with no damage too. Like, you know, you turn a corner too quick or you miss a shot, an enemy grabs you, you've lost your run. But right there, it would have been really easy. Like, if I didn't turn around and run away in time, I lose a no damage run there, you know? I mean, this run's segmented, so it's a lot easier, but when you do it no damage, no save, it's a problem. However, with speedruns, like, you can lose a run because you didn't, like, for instance, jumping up these boxes, you mistime the jump, that's it, run's over. Run's dead. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know, man, it's infuriating to not feel like you've made a mistake, but you actually do. Especially with Resident Evil, because as soon as Resident Evil comes out, it gets optimized so fast. Give it a week or two, mark my words. Like, this game's been out 2 days at this point. Give it a week or two, and there'll be a set of people running this game on insanity mode, fighting for seconds. Alright, so taking out all these enemies, we've got some boxes back here. Because they all want to get a world record. Like, the pattern you'll see from a lot of big people is they want to get a world record, post it on their channel as a world record, and that's it. They're happy at that point. They don't need to continue running the game for months. Like some people do. Some people do keep running the game, but there's some people who they just want to get the best time once, post it for some traction, and then they'll just move on to the next thing. Again, I feel like a lot of people who hate and talk shit on this type of content, they don't understand how the content game works with stuff like this at all. And
Bad news, Sherry. This place is overrun with zombies.
a big difference between my content
Impossible.
is that I'm trying to
They should have all been wiped out by the missile.
Yeah, they should have.
make stuff to help people through the game, you know? Like I'm trying to create content that can help people a little bit and explain things. And again, that's why I label the video speedrun guide. If you look up speedrun for another game, more than likely the runner isn't sitting there explaining what they're doing all the way through. And that's because they've got to focus really hard to get the best time, you know? They can't do that.
Should be a part for the detonator somewhere around here.
But what are you going to search for, like, when you're looking for a video like this? How to beat Resident Evil Requiem fast enough to get the achievement for beating the game in under foot? No, you're just going to search speedrun guide.
Parts and I can jerry-rig the detonator for that gate.
Great. Can you see any more from your position?
You know the BSAA camp? It should have the signal receiver.
Alright, so there's another thing to look at behind us. I'm like, what the fuck is it? I was a bit confused here. Yeah, it's up there. And you got to look at the Gaius station for the last one.
That should be a fun trip.
Alright, so I talked earlier about a part of the game that I'm not that fond of. This is that
The
part.
location for those parts. Going to collect them now.
I feel like this is the worst part of the game, this whole area. I feel like it's too long, for one. But also, I am not a fan, repeat, not a fan, of zombies with guns. I feel like it's a really stupid idea to have zombies with guns. We'll talk more about it, but I just think it's a bad move. Even the zombies with, like, pointy sticks in this game, I think is really dumb. Just because it's Raccoon City. Like, these are T-virus zombies, and I feel like it's super low-hanging fruit for Capcom to do. Like, you think about it, right? Think about, like, I don't know, let's go, like, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 1. Let's look at those games. Arguably, Resident Evil 1 only had Crimson Heads in the remake, but, you know, you've got Crimson Heads, big spiders, a big-ass snake, hunters, lickers, nemesis, tyrants, all these awesome ideas for enemies. And then what do they come out with this game to introduce something new? Zombies with guns. And that isn't even new, because I've had it in other Resident Evil games, but at the same time, like, come on, bro. There's so much you could have done, and you chose that. I like that it's not in the game for, like, a big portion of the game. It's really not. It's not in the game much. I will say that. It's only in this section, really. But I still think it's just kind of shit. So now that we're in here, we got to get batteries. We've got to go left first. And we're going to have to jump up this ladder and go and clear out the zombies in this area. Feel free to follow my path while I just rant about what I don't like about this game. I just feel like look out for the zombies in corners on this one. Obviously keep an eye on what I'm doing and just be careful. Because these guys are all over the place. Yeah, I guess it's like we're in Raccoon City, and these are. It's kind of dumb that there are zombies left over anyway because a nuke hit the fucking city. I can understand there being a couple of zombies maybe, but it just kind of seems like all the zombies survived. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the zombies survived, but then you've got zombies walking around with basic weapons, and then also zombies with guns. And the way they explain it is like the T-virus allows them to retain some of their intelligence of who they were in life, you know? I just don't like that. I just think it's dumb. If you want to do that, what you need to do is create a new virus and like what Resident Evil 4 did. You know what I mean? With the Plagas. Like, it's a new thing. They have intelligence. It also makes sense just because there are types of enemies in that game that retain all of their intelligence. Like, they're still, like, you know, there's drones, and then there's a hive mind type deal. Just think in this game, it doesn't really make any sense. It just seems dumb. Like I said, like, you know, that guy's holding the stick with concrete on it. Even that is a bit of a stretch. I can deal with that, though. It's like, whatever. But still, I still think it's stupid. Like, it just doesn't need to be done. Like, if you want enemies we've got, like, where does it end, you know? Why not just give every zombie a rocket launcher and have them all strolling about with one? You know? Like, I just think it's a slippery slope and it's a bad idea, if I'm being honest. I would love to know what you guys think about that. I just think it's really stupid. I'm extremely happy that it wasn't a big part of the game. So we gotta jump down this hatch that's in this room next to this crank room. Right here. This area kind of sucks, this next one. I'll try and walk you through it a little bit. But yeah, it's not a huge part of the game, so that's good. I just kind of wish they didn't put it in. That is legitimately the only part of the game I don't like. It's the only thing that I'm just like, yeah, that's trash. And that might just be me, I don't know. I just think it's stupid. What, are we supposed to believe that because the zombies have been here for 20 years, they've developed some sort of intelligence? What's next? Jill's gonna come back in 20 years and all the zombies are gonna be in school and have jobs? You know, I don't know, man. Just don't like it. I think it's a bad move. But oh well, what can you do? Alright, so when you open this, there's one of these big dudes. Get to pop it, but be ready, because blister heads, you know? I've popped 3 of his blisters already, using the Requiem to pop a couple of these blisters away quickly. I'm gonna chuck a grenade. Seems like a solid strat. I think he's still alive though. Just be careful here, because these guys move so quick. Yeah, I like this shotgun, but the other one is actually better, I think. Pushing zombies back. There's like another shotgun. This one's really good from close range, but when you get a little bit far away from enemies, not so much. The way these guys move is tricky. I mean, look at it. Like, these blister heads, I think that's a great idea. Love what they've done there. It shows, like, small amount of evolution. I think they could have just gone with Crimson Heads. It's the same virus. But I guess it's something similar, right? It's something very similar. Like, after the zombie dies, it just becomes something more aggressive. Like these dudes as well. These Last of Us looking dudes. Great idea. Like, I have no problem with it. I think it's clever. It's something original. Well, apart from The Last of Us. It's a cool idea. I'm all for it. You know, I just don't like zombies with guns. You know what I think about? Oh, now that you've cleared these guys out, you need to come back and move this all the way, by the way. You need to turn this valve more. You know what I think about? I think about Capcom sat around in a boardroom thinking of ideas for the game. And it actually blows my mind that somebody went, what about zombies with guns? And everybody pointed and went, oh, that's a banger idea. Because it's like the lowest hanging fruit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just requires zero thought to do. But it's whatever. And then also, like, you'll see it shortly. We're about to reach that part of the game. And then as well, they didn't just stop there. They had zombies on mortars. Again, it's like, bro. It's just stupid. Why not just have soldiers? Why not? And the dumb thing about it is, later in the game, you have to fight some soldiers. And it's like, why not just have that? Why not have it so that there's some sort of rogue force here Especially as you've got people like Victor, who has obviously got the intelligence to send in, you know, reinforcements, who's maybe hired someone. Why not just have that? Why not just put that in? Why do you need zombies with guns? I know I'm ranting about this a little bit, and I'm probably blowing it out of proportion, but I just think it's a bad idea, like such a bad idea. Just doesn't make any sense to me. You know what they could have done to like maybe make it make sense? It would still annoy me, but they could have made it so that someone like Victor has like weaponized the zombies by attaching guns to them or something. You know what I mean?
So there are ghosts involved with Elpis too.
So that the zombie doesn't know what it's fucking doing, but it's still got a gun strapped to it or something like that. You know, like I could. It would still piss me off, but at the same time, I could still get behind that way more. Like way more. Like I just thought of that idea in fucking 12 seconds, and it's way better than zombies with guns. You know, like it's just stupid. Does it annoy you guys as much, or is it just me? Is it just me? So I've come back to save it now, because guess what we're about to go deal with? Zombies with guns. Even, like, there's a section where... Well, there's a couple of areas where it happens, but there'll be, like, a zombie that runs out with, a grenade. And the grenade's about to go off, and it's like, okay, so... This mindless zombie knew to pull the pin on his grenade or activate his grenade as Leon turned the corner. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense, man. Just doesn't make any... I know it's a video game, and I shouldn't take it so seriously, but... Come on, man. Do better. I feel like they can just do way better. With the amount of creativity they've had in the past with the enemies, I just think they can do way better than that. You know? Like, even something smart, like, Wesker got a hold of the Plagas, and the connections are involved here, because Zeno is something to do with Wesker. Whether he's a clone or it's Wesker in disguise, who fucking knows, but... Yeah. They could have sent the Plagas in or something. Developed something with the Plagas. We could have sent, like, a small batch of them in here, like... So much they could do there. I would love to see the Plagas make a comeback, by the way. Would love to see the Plagas in another game. It's a shame they've only been in Resident Evil 4, and like somewhat in Resident Evil 5. Because I guess all it takes is for someone to get a hold of them, right? Alright. Anyway, let's focus up for this area, because the other area is kind of straightforward. This one's not. We got zombies, zombie guns, gunbies, as my chat was calling them the other day, and it's just, ugh. This area sucks, man. When we come up here, we need to circle all the way around and head into this area. And we got this guy. Give him a kick. Oh, that zombie always seems a bit tanky. Be ready with a rifle or something strong here to deal with this guy, because this guy's got a gun. And he can just spray at you out of nowhere. I'm going to duck behind these boxes. We got this guy. Also got a gun. This guy doesn't have a gun. But yeah, let's get rid of them. You got to be so careful with those guys because they can just randomly spray at you. It's very frustrating getting hit by those guys. Okay. In we go. Yeah, what's really dumb about it is, in Resident Evil 4 as well, like, look, that guy just chose to arm his grenades then. Yep, makes sense. I feel like in Resident Evil 4, there was more of a reason for zombies to have guns, because they had the intelligence, you know what I mean? But they didn't do that with Remake. The most they had was, like, bow and arrow type weapons. And they didn't do that. I don't know why they chose to do it with this game. Just infuriates me. Alright, so break this open.
One of the parts should be just up here.
Let's go down. If anyone from Capcom hears this, it may just be me. I don't think it is, though. I don't think I speak for the community, but I think people probably agree with what I'm saying. Please. Please don't give zombies guns. Please. It kills your franchise. We want monsters. Certain things are okay, I guess. Let's be honest, though. No one from Capcom is going to hear this. Alright. Let's grab all of this shit. Alright, we just basically went down there for some shotgun ammo, but that's okay. So when we come up here, you need to look out for zombies with mortars. Try and snipe this guy, but I think I missed him a couple of times. That second one looked like it was on, but I guess it missed. There we go. Third time's the charm. This area sucks to do no damage, by the way. Let's push through. Open this. Blast this guy. Another one. Missed him. Zombies with mortars. Zomters. So dumb. We can look up here and get this guy. There's 2 more mortars in the area. Be careful of their missiles, because they can just fly out of nowhere and smack you. And you can't see the zombies from these angles. So we're going to come up here, and I tried to throw a grenade over there and hit this one. I think when you do that, it stops firing. Don't think I killed the zombie, but it stops firing. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to come up here, jump up, look on the left side, snipe this guy, because he's got a gun, and then I'm going to equip the stacked grenade and throw it over that way towards that guy, because he's got a gun, and getting up there is really difficult with those guys with guns hanging them out. So we'll wait here for a minute, and some of the other zombies will run down. Look out, but you guessed it, zombies with guns and zombies with grenades. And just take them out from this building. There's another building up top you can stand in, but they can actually destroy it with their mortars, so... Again. Just be careful. This is the worst part. Like, there's one more section with some zombies with guns in this area, but it's not as bad as this. I don't know, man. It angers me to think about, because you know what? If it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for the zombies with guns area that we're dealing with right now, I don't think I'd have anything bad to say about this game. Take a seat, bud. I was kind of pissed at this guy. Can you tell? He disappeared. He knows not to show his face around here. So, up on the mortar. I was actually lucky that I moved, because this guy's still alive. But let me know, are you guys okay with zombies with guns? Does zombies with guns annoy you? I think it's really dumb. Don't like it at all. Especially... Like, if you're going to do something like this, it needs to be a new virus where the zombies have that intelligence. It annoys me way more just because we're in fucking Raccoon City, and it's T-virus zombies. Zombies that shouldn't have this intelligence. It doesn't make any sense, you know? They should all be like these dudes, just shuffling about. That's what the zombies here should be like, man. I mean, look at Resident Evil 6. The majority of the community just doesn't like that game. I don't think it's solely because of the way the enemies were. Like, the storyline is pretty convoluted and weird, but the gameplay isn't that fun, so that game's got a bunch of problems. On the off chance that someone from Capcom does hear this, even if they do, the odds are they're not going to be able to be the kind of person who can make a difference, but yeah, I just don't think it's gonna, if you go down the route of zombies just firing guns, at that point, the problem is, because once you've got zombies that can use guns, right? It doesn't become a zombie game anymore. It's just a shooter. You know what I mean? It's like, take cover and shoot enemies from a distance. You need the monsters, zombies, bioweapons to make it Resident Evil. That's what makes it Resident Evil. You need to play off that a lot, and I don't know, I feel like that's what's made the game so great. It's doing some weird run here. This is me dancing after beating up the zombies with guns because I hated this area. Yeah, I screwed this area up so many times.
Or at least what's left of it.
Okay, one component left. By the way, I found some evidence of the Pentagon putting pressure on the BSAA. It appears the North American branch has been moving independently.
Heard they had an internal dispute. Think it's really
That's all I've got. There's been an increase in government surveillance. Looks like my fan base is growing.
Some things never change. Watch your back. I'll contact you again soon.
So, there's other areas to do, but I am saving it because I hate that area. So, I'm just going to run over here and quickly drop another save. Bit of back and forward with the save points here, but I really think that this area was too long. Like, I just think it was, it's unnecessarily long. I mean, this game is a long game anyway, but you can spend like a good couple of hours here when you don't know what you're doing. Alright. Seeing what I want to upgrade. I guess I was upgrading the rifle. So like I said, I'm not using charms, but that charm is really cool. To get it, you've got to go off in this area into one of the sneaky areas and open one of the BSAA containers. That container is the one that's near where we fought the spider, I think. And it allows you to do more damage with the sniper when you don't have the scope on, which would be great for me, but I don't want to use charms. One thing I tend to do with these guides a lot of the time is not to use stuff like that, because it might be a situation where you don't have it. Or somebody who's following the guide might not have it. It gives me an it doesn't really give me an unfair advantage because you can go and get it yourself, but it's just, I don't know, I tend to stay away from stuff like that during these guides and just go raw, you know? Just so everybody's on a level playing field, same as like if there's some sort of DLC gun or something like that, I tend not to bother with that also.
Just need to get through that gate.
Alright. Cool. So, we've got, I think, one more part to get. But we've got to go to the gas station first. A couple of items we can grab in this area. Watch out for the guy with the grenade. Decided to detonate it for just such an occasion. Alright, so when you come down here, we've actually got to go into the gas station, which is on our left. But there's a couple of enemies here. One thing to be aware of with these enemies is they can turn into blister heads pretty quickly. So I like to sneak up on them. And you can pop their heads when you do this, which just means they can't turn into blister heads, which is great. So saves us some ammo, you know. Right, we got this guy. Get rid of him. Take a seat, pal. Some rifle ammo there. So there's a container down here, and it's got a chest in it with a bunch, like one of the BSAA chests with like a bunch of ammo and stuff. There might be a charm in there. I don't think there is. Or there might be a weapon in there. But I don't open it because it's got 3 zombies in it. And it hasn't got anything that I particularly want. I just don't really think it's worth opening. It's up to you if you want to. I'm pretty sure I went on top of this container to get... There's like a little box up on top of it. But yeah, it's up to you if you want to go in there. You've got the key to go in there. But as far as I know, it's just ammo. So I tend to just leave it. There is a challenge. Actually, I think there's an achievement tied to opening all of the BSAA containers. So that's up to you if you want to do that. But I didn't. You've got to go off to like sneaky areas to get the containers anyway, so... Let's open this. Pretty sure there's a grenade in here. Yep. So if we didn't chop those 2 zombies, they would be blister heads right here, so That's why it pays to stealth attack those guys. So now, we're going to go down here. And do the gas station. It's the same, it's kind of the same with the chainsaw enemies. That you fight the chainsaw guy at the start of the game. In the care center, but I think that makes a little more sense because the virus that's being used there is different, right? It's like some enhanced strain that Victor was using, I think. So it makes more sense that they would be using like rudimentary weapons. But why are the same enemies here? Aren't these like 20-year-old dead zombies from Raccoon City? They're like the same zombies. And why have they all of a sudden developed the ability to use tools? I don't get it. I think it was kind of a dumb choice. But they could have so easily worked around it just by saying, well, Victor's, you know, been dropping his zombies here to fuck with Leon. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. Alright. There we go.
You must be the town lumberjack.
Would have been really straightforward. Tried to shoot this guy's tank. I missed it, but tried to shoot it. Be careful here, because the fire in this area is stupid, and sometimes it looks like you're nowhere near it, and it burns you. Just stay well clear of the fire, don't try and get cheeky with it. Missed that guy. There you go. This guy. I'm sort of just hanging out here for a minute. It's kind of a good idea just to post up and wait for whatever comes to you. Yeah, they like the chainsaw. I don't like using the chainsaw, as I mentioned earlier. I feel like it just can make you take damage. One thing that can happen with it a lot, though, if you leave it in a certain area, the other zombies will just start moving towards it because they want to pick it up. This is kind of stupid as well. Like, you fight this chainsaw guy here, and he's got, like, armor strapped to him. It's like, okay, what? Why has this guy got spiky armor attached to him? Does that mean somebody is weaponizing them? You know what I mean? It's like some Walking Dead shit. Again, I would much prefer it if they had some explanation there, again, it's so simple to explain. Like, Victor strapped he's been going around fucking with the zombies. Like, he's literally cemented that chainsaw to the zombie's hand. Simple. Real easy. You know what I mean? Duct tape the chainsaw to the zombie's hand to fuck with Leon. It'd be a bit, you know, not out of pocket, but like far-fetched, but yeah, viable, right? Been going on about this for way too long, but it's just fucking, yeah, shit like this bothers me. I guess this game is very dear to my heart, this game series, and just don't like to see him make stupid mistakes that just seem dumb. Like, really dumb. Also, the whole Wesker thing, by the way, with Zeno, I think the theories are pointing to him being a clone, and also what Victor says he's a mere imitation. Watch out for this guy. We can sneak up on this guy and stab him. I've been talking about that for years. I've literally been saying, like, it's a storyline they could easily, what's the right word? Apply, I guess. Oh, I thought he was going to spot me. Like, I mean, especially in this game, you know, it's all about biological warfare and stuff. You'd think that cloning would be like 2 + 2 for people like Umbrella, but it seems like something that could be done in the game, considering Wesker's dead. And it's also like, I mean, you would think that's why Zeno wants, is it Elpis? You can drop a save here too, because there's like, if you look at the files, there's a file somewhere in the game that talks about transferring memories, and it references like fruit flies. First of all, I had no fucking idea fruit flies could do that. I didn't know they could just transfer memories. Like, that's crazy. Also, how the fuck did someone find that out? Who's reading the mind of fruit flies out there? God damn, some people are smart. But, yeah. I don't know. I think that's why Zeno wants it. Maybe he wants it so he can put Wesker's memories into his head, perhaps. But it's also implied that isn't it something to do with controlling people or something like that? Controlling people's minds or something? A little bit foggy. I guess I'll have to look into it a bit more. Alright, so we're going to get our final detonator piece. This area is fairly straightforward. There's a couple of zombie gunners here, though. Not many, but a couple. I'm going to bitch about it. Alright, so we can shoot down this case and go get it. I was looking for the way up here because I wasn't sure where it was. But it's like ahead of me right now. I'm fairly certain I had to look around for it. But, yeah, it's like on the other side of this wall. I saw that scaffolding and I was like, oh, is it over there? And there it is. Yeah, you have to run up this little ramp. You can go around and get what's up there. Even though, like, I was trying to go relatively fast through this run, I still did a fair amount of looting. Still looked around and found, you know, extra shit. Gunpowder in here, I think. Or is it just... No, not in here. This is just a hub. Still a good idea to grab the hubs, because you can just sell them. It's Leon. Let's go up. Yeah, the gunpowder's around here somewhere. I think it's in the side room right here. Large gunpowder. These are always really useful because you can craft rifle ammo, and this gun is... Well, the rifle is by far my favorite gun. It pretty much one-shots most enemies, especially when you've got it upgraded. It's really nice. Oh yeah, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is if you get all of the Mr. Raccoon statues, you can get another upgrade tier for your weapons. So like there's another level. Like at the moment you can only upgrade each attribute twice, and if you get all the Mr. Raccoon things, you can upgrade them 3 times, which is pretty cool. I guess you'd have to get them all in one playthrough. If you were going to do new game and do that, though, which I don't know how viable that is. Alright, let's jump across. Up we go. Also has me wondering what's next for the series. Smack that, jump across. Yeah, I'm well curious as to what game they're going to make next. I'm thinking we're going to get another remake next, and it might be soon. Could be next year. It wouldn't surprise me if they've already been working on it for a while. We were due for a new game, though. It'd been like, what, nearly 3 years since RE4? I think it's 3 years in March. Does not feel like that game's been out for 3 years. It's crazy. Right, let's keep moving. I think once we go through here, we got some enemies. You can shoot the glass out from under them. Be careful not to knock yourself off. He was a bit close, wasn't he? He was a bit close. Guy can go. See you, mate. This guy with his helmet on. So yeah, the way they explain the zombies with guns is, oh, they're remembering who they were in life, or it's like a small amount of intelligence remains. Nope, not buying it. Not buying it. Seems like a cheap excuse. Alright, you gotta be careful here because zombies with guns. Yay. Zombies with guns and grenades. He was revving it up, you see him? I've had these zombies quickscope me, bro. Like, I swear to God, like I've turned a corner and they've just sprayed at me, and it's like, oh, okay, so you're just that accurate. Yeah, even for them grenades, get rid of them. Okay. Let's keep moving.
Okay, let's find those detonator
Let's
parts.
find those detonator parts. So I'm fairly certain there's a save point around here. And, you know, that last area is a bit of a finicky one. But feel free to save it if you want to.
Picked up the relay.
Great job. Now to get through that gate.
How to get through that gate, baby. I'm mixing a green and a green and a green together, and we can sell that if we want to. It's worth more credits to combine 3 hubs and sell them than it is to sell each hub individually, so something to bear in mind. Sell those. And all of these gone. And buy ammo if you want it. I didn't buy the body armor in this playthrough because I kind of didn't need it. One thing to note is that you're going to need to upgrade the hatchet with its power, so you might want to prioritize that. At this point, I was just kind of buying whatever I felt like. And when it did come time to upgrade the hatchet, I had plenty enough points, but it's just something I wanted to mention a little bit before we need to upgrade it. Just because it is necessary. It definitely helps out a little later in one of the fights, in the hatchet fight you have towards the end of the game. Again, something to bear in mind, although a lot of my guns that I'm using are very well upgraded at this point. I pumped all of my stuff into them. Giggity. So, drop a save if you want to. I think I just did. I've edited out like my save screens and stuff just because it's kind of long to watch. I'm gonna just get in and out and keep moving, you know. Right here, I think I got a little bit turned around, but we need to go across this bridge and through this door. This area is kind of fun. This next area. I don't know how crazy I am about this part of the game in specifically. Like I love the rest of the game, but this area where you're gathering the detonator parts is definitely my least favorite. I'm gonna shoot down this thing. Got a couple of zombies knocking about. Get rid of them if you want to. Going over there in a minute. Does not. I don't think he's dead yet, even though I just shot him like 6 times. Still there. Alright. We gotta fight our way through this area. Let's get up there. Okay. So, shoot them in the face. Watch out for Blisterhead boy. Missed him. Missed him again. Reload. There we go. See you later, mate. Fuck out of my face. A lot of shotty ammo. I'm saving it for when we need it. Oh, I think by the end of the game I still had a lot of it. Watch out for that guy. He's carrying a big red thing. Oi, oi. So we're almost through the first section here. Running a bit low on the old rifle ammo though. Could definitely use some more. There's some. 4. Nice. Shotgun at the ready on these tight corners, man. This guy's shooting at. Shotgun is very strange. Sometimes this shotgun will just send enemies flying when you're close, and other times it won't. It's weird. Nice. Yeah, I'm just kind of managing what we're using, just flicking between different guns, you know. We got this guy. Excuse me, mate. Get out of my face. There we go. Keep going, keep going. We need to go down here. Turn this wheel. That'll drop half of this platform.
Now for the other side.
Alright. Keep it moving, boss. Alright, grab that. Make some rifle ammo because we're running a bit low, looking a bit light. If you open this door, it allows you to go back to the save point. I'm not going to go save, but if you want to, you can go through there and go save. Okay. Let's keep going. And blast these guys. That one's mutating already. Just do what you can to take out enemies. This guy... Oh man, that just missed me. I wasn't ready for that at all. Looking forward to learning the no damage, no save for this. I feel like a big part of no damage, no save though is just learning. Like you have to just learn the entire game in and out. And that's tough, but it's fun too. More than likely, if you're watching this, I don't know, maybe after a week of me releasing it, again, there'll probably be people watching this for a long times to come, but yeah, I very well maybe no damage, no save running this game on Insanity over on Twitch, so if you were interested in watching me grind that out, come over, man. Come over to Twitch, check me out. I know lots of you do come over from Twitch, sorry, from YouTube to Twitch, and I appreciate that. I think that's where the majority of my viewers have come from. Resident Evil 4 really helped with getting partnership on Twitch, so for those of you who did come through and help me out with that, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Alright. Smashy, smashy. And we gotta do this lift part. One thing I've noticed they've done a lot of with this game is they've got areas that feel similar to RE4. Like, the area at the end of the care center where you're defending Grace and then you go inside of the burning little church or whatever, the chapel. That feels a lot like Cabin. This here, like the elevator section, feels like the elevator section in Chapter 12 of RE4. Like, there's some similarities there, man. Even, like, the enemies with weapons. I feel like they were trying to bring elements of RE4 into this game. And you know, I like it to an extent. I just wish they would have written it better. Because I don't mind the enemies throwing stuff, you know, like the enemies throwing spears and whatnot. I don't mind it gameplay wise. I just wish it was thought through a little better, I guess. Like, it doesn't make sense when it like comes to the story. Pretty much in this section, all I'm doing is standing on one side and just holding it down. Got plenty of shotgun ammo should anyone get too close. They're coming from above us at this point. They just wait it out. Here they come. I think the enemies are actually like a lot weaker here. I tried to hit a kill out there. I think it did work, but hit him in the side, so it's probably not going to do a lot. I think we're almost done here. A couple more enemies, maybe. Here we go. There we go. Alright. So we pretty much just need to leave this area now. We're going this way.
Lucky day.
Watch yourself, because there's enemies close on your left. Here too. Ah, he fell. Chuck a grenade in there. I'm pretty sure you can just run here. You don't have to fight these guys. You can just dip out. Go this way. Because we've just got to go up here and through the pipe. Yeah. I think zombies are making that jump, you know. Nice. Up there's a case you can shoot down. Let's go. And I think
That took longer than planned.
that's all of the detonator parts.
Bike. Should make up for lost time.
Great. You'll need it. It's 15 miles to the city center on the 419.
So I think that section took just over an hour. Something like that. Let's go here and mess with our credits. See what we can sort out. Got a bunch. 30 odd K. Let's see what we want to buy. Finish upgrading the shotgun. Why not? Let's go save it. Alright. So, let's hit the road. Get out of this area. I'll be glad to see the back of it, if I'm being honest. We just need to slap this detonator on here, and we can go. This area coming up, well, this section coming up is a bit funky, but I don't know, I kind of like it. I thought it was fun. It's a bit silly, but still fun. Let's go. People were saying it looks a lot like some Devil May Cry type shit, but I don't know, I don't have a problem with it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Should make it there in no time.
Good to hear. How are the roads? Leon?
Just a few potholes.
Yeah. Right, let's go. This area is pretty easy. It's kind of like a rail shooter. You don't really have to control the bike much. It's more about just shooting. There's a few obstacles you have to avoid here and there, but
This stage just keeps getting better and better.
stays great. These things are kind of cool. They said, like, if you read the files a little later in the game, it talks about them basically just being enhanced versions of Cerberus, which were the zombie dogs in the previous games. Pretty cool. These things kind of look like some sort of wolf. Like a big-ass wolf.
Pups could use more training.
Let's go. This whole riding across rooftops thing is kind of wacky, but I don't know, I kind of like it. I thought it was fun. Stuff like this is, as long as the game's not full of it, you know, it's kind of cool. It's an interesting little segment. One thing I was trying to look out for during this is, like, familiar sections. Like, we're right in for a construction site right now. In Resident Evil 3 Remake, Jill is at a construction site. I don't know if it's the same one. There's like a bunch of alleyways you go through in a moment, but also kind of look like they could be from Resident Evil 3, but it's hard to tell, if I'm being honest. I think that a lot of Resident Evil 3, just like 2, takes place really close to the city center, like close to RPD and stuff, so it's probably not, but I was looking out for stuff. There could be something there, I don't know. Maybe someone who knows a bit better than me would know. So really the key to this area is just keeping your gun reloaded, hitting your shots. It's fairly straightforward. When Victor has the arrow above his head, shoot him so you don't take damage. Just generally spray him.
Ken, seriously,
Yeah.
I don't give up that easy.
Alright. Go, go, go. So we're heading to the RPD, which is probably the coolest part of the entire game, if I'm being honest. I think there's like, you know, there's fun parts of the game, like boss fights are cool and stuff, but I think the RPD section for most people is going to be the star of the show. It really is fucking cool. I kind of wish they wouldn't have teased it in the trailers. Shoot this fool. Even though he hits you here, you don't take damage. Like, it looked like Leon got shot there, right? But I didn't take any damage, and I tried that area a few times. It doesn't seem like there's a way to avoid getting shot, but yeah, I don't think it's possible for you to take damage there. I'm pretty sure as long as you hit Victor, you win the fight. Like, that's, I'm guessing how it goes. So there's a lot of like cool stuff to look at in this area if you're a fan of Resident Evil 2 Remake. Like, you might recognize this is the way into RPD that you take in Resident Evil 2 Remake. But obviously because we're trying to go fast here, we don't really take anything in. I will talk a little bit about the stuff you can find in RPD if you're interested, or if you've maybe missed something. Yeah, because we're just trying to go fast and we skip cutscenes. We don't really see a lot. You're actually here for a short period of time. But I'll talk about some things you can do. If you go to the STARS office, you can find a briefcase in there that has a set of like a shades charm, and the code to the briefcase is RRR.
Hey, Lieutenant Brenner. Kennedy. Reporting for duty.
Obviously, we had to visit Marvin's desk.
Jesus. Rest easy, officer.
Rest easy, officer. Alright, so we're just going this way, up to the second floor, shoot this ladder down. If you go to the STARS office as well, you can find a little scavenger hunt that Barry left behind, and if you go to the break room and get the key that's by the TV, you can open the JoJo locker that is in the room we were just in with Marvin's desk, and there's like a couple of cool Easter eggs in there. It's like a fucking, what looks like a Mega Drive or a Sega Genesis if you're American. There's also like a poster for Street Fighter, and there's just some cool shit in that locker. If you go back and forth between the break room and other areas of the RPD, Tofu will show up in the window as well, which I thought was really cool. Like, Tofu will just pop his head around the corner. If you don't know who Tofu is, it's like a bonus character from previous Resident Evil games. Pretty sweet. There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff in RPD that's just really cool to see. Alright, so orphanage time. This area is fairly straightforward. We just need to come here, interact with the door, and then run away and go and hide under the bed.
What was that?
I kind of, even though this area, I think it is, the first time you play it, it's definitely creepy. I feel like, I don't know, these areas kind of bore me. It's the same as Sherry's section in RE2 Remake. It's my least favorite area, but it's all good. Just get it over with. It's not that long. We're actually most of the way through the game now as well. Done like over 2/3 of it. There's less than an hour left. Pretty sure my final time was like 3 hours 27 or something like that. So we had plenty of time. We beat it way under the 4 hours. I think the developers learned their lesson after Resident Evil 3 Remake, and they kind of got the impression that we didn't want shorter games, you know, we like the audience likes a longer experience, and even though you can beat the game in a few hours, the first time through, it's gonna take most people, I'd say, between 8 and 12 hours to beat. I think if you, like, speed through everything and you don't take anything in, your first playthrough could probably be, like, 5 or 6, but I think most people who play the game, it's gonna take them between 8 and 12. Somewhere around there. I think for me it was, like, 9, but I really took my time. Like, reading all the files and stuff like that, and not going fast at all. Yeah, putting this together has taken me some time. It took me. I started the day after release, and I got it done by the day after that. Yeah, it's a fair amount of work, but I enjoy doing this stuff, and I know that you guys, like, it helps a lot of you out, so. It's also some of my more successful content, you know, so I'm always happy to do it. Helps me out, helps you out, all that good stuff, man. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Let's just get it. Next is going to be, I'm going to try and do Insanity, a segmented Insanity no damage run. We'll see how that goes. That might take me a bit longer, you know. That's one way to get down from the window, isn't it? This area's all fairly scripted. Just takes time, there's a bit of waiting around. Yeah, the first time through, these kids are definitely a very creepy experience. It's kind of cool that we get some history on the orphanage, though. Alright, so when you come around this corner, you've got these two kids sat here, and you need to, like, move close to them to get one of them to turn around. And I don't think I think you want to be careful, because if you get too close, you're probably going to get grabbed. So I'm, like, trying to bait them into turning by just walking forward a little bit. There we go. And then you just want to go back. And I'm not... Oh, spotted me. I'm not 100% sure where you have to go to. I was waiting here, but she seemed to just keep walking at me. So I thought, I better go hide. And I came back here and got under the table, and she didn't come through the door. So I'm not sure where she walks up to. It's probably, like, near the doorway, and then she walks off or something, because she doesn't turn this corner. So by this point, I think we're good to go. Yeah, I guess listening out for that slam is something to do with it. Like, they slam open the door or something like that. I don't know where they go, though, because they don't really have anywhere to go here. You know? Seems a bit strange. Either way, come here, turn on the light, and then you can pull out this drawer and jump up and get the key. You know what I don't like about these sections? Even though they are cool, and there's nothing actually wrong with them, they just feel a bit slow, you know? Like, everything you're doing is really slow. So it's just like, it's like this. Takes forever to get up there and get the key. I guess I'm a fiend for the combat, you know? I like me some combat. Right. I'll just hang out behind these boxes. And eventually this one will come closer. Again, that's what I mean. It's just kind of like slow, you know? But that's okay. Just wait it out. Creepy little kids. close. Okay. Let's get moving. And down we go. Making very good progress though. I've really tried to put the time in and get this out as fast as I can. If you've been waiting for this, I'm sorry for the wait. Because it involves a lot of repetition, you know. Like I have to repeat each section like 3 or 4 times to learn it and get the path in right, figure out the optimal route and stuff. Some areas it's easy, like this area, you know, it's fairly straightforward. I'll maybe have to do like 1 practice run of it just so I know where to go and stuff. But some areas like the care center and like the big area with Leon where we're getting the detonator, I have to practice each section like 3 or 4 times so I know exactly where to go and I'm not wandering off getting lost. Some areas are easier than others. I think that's just that's what makes a Resident Evil game great. It's not always just point A to point B. There's like you're slapped in an area and you've got to figure out items you've got to get to open other areas and stuff. It just takes time. But then if you, again, I think that's why people love speedrunning it so much, is because it's one of those things, isn't it, where when you learn it, you can do it so much faster. And it's really cool that they've incorporated going through the game fast into their games as like achievements and trophies. They've stuck with that. It's been in the games since like Resident Evil 1 remake. But there have been rewards for beating the games fast since the first Resident Evil. I'm pretty sure in the first Resident Evil, if you beat it in like under 3 hours, you got like a rocket launcher or something. You got like a weapon reward, which is, you know, cool. It's cool that they've stuck with that theme. I remember years and years ago when I was a kid hearing that you could get like a special weapon for beating the game in under 3 hours. I was like, well, how the hell are you doing that, man? Beating the game that quick? That's crazy. And you can beat that game so fast. I think it's like under an hour. Alright, let's go. I don't know, let me know. I'm interested to know, you know, how many of you use these guides to help you through your runs.
What is this place?
Or if you just watch them for the enjoyment of watching me run the game. I know some of you do, but I think the majority of people are probably here to help with their own like achievements and trophies and stuff. I think one bit of feedback I hear from a lot of people is they like watching my videos because I'm not super fucking cringe all the time, you know? Cringe on YouTube and stuff is insane. It's insufferable these days, man. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a little bit wacky and having a laugh, but I think some people are just, they take it way too far all the time. It's like everything in their videos, to the point where it's like the videos are basically just made for little kids. Alright, so let's go back.
Deal with this.
When Mr. X jumps through the wall, we need to head back around here. I'm going to come and stand here and wait for him to come around the corner. I'm not sure if you wait in this doorway initially and lead him round, if he even breaks through that wall. He probably doesn't, but we'll bait him round and go up. Kind of cool that you get to see this section of the RPD. Also, like, there's little details in there, like, right there was a stand for the old collectibles, the little red stand you saw on one of those tables. Also, like, the new Mr. X attacking you with the tail of the chopper is fucking awesome. I think that's really cool. Nice little touch. Right, let's just wait here for a minute. We need to loop him like we're playing DBD. Here he comes. Let's go in. Run around here. Stomp, stomp, stomp. We'll head this way. Just run to your left. Keep going. Skip this. And then we're gonna head to the orphanage.
Sure. But apparently it's someplace important.
Pretty straightforward. So on your left, you can go down to the parking garage. And down there, there's a charm. I think it's like the cute bear charm. And there's also, you can get a sniper scope down there if you want it. A few zombies down there as well, so watch out for them. I think there's some zombies with guns down there also. But I'm not going to bother because I don't really care about the scope or the charm. So, but it's up to you if you want to go down there and get it. There's a few ammo pickups and stuff down there as well. If you're interested, just be careful because there are zombies. Kendo. Alright. Let's grab all of this stuff. Upgrades and stuff if you want them. You drop a save here also. Got some ammo. Yeah. Feel free to drop a save. We've got the Mr. X fight now. This fight is pretty straightforward. Just use the rifle mainly.
Here you go.
Alright. So when he goes for that lunge, just run to the side and run away from him. Using grenades and just shooting him in the heart with a rifle seems to be the strat. He kind of hangs around when he jumps on top of these, which is weird. So when he falls down and like recovers, you can either run up and shoot him in the heart a few times, or you can use that opportunity to get yourself some ammo. I don't think he's done that yet though. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think I got the melee attack off there, but that's fine. Oh, that was so close. Alright. Sniping that chest, baby. Don't forget, if he is going for a smack on you, you can parry him. Get down. Dickhead. It's crazy how the color palette of the game could make him look different. There we go. He's done.
I'll stop you as many times as I have to.
Leon says that, but it's obviously a different tyrant. Yeah, I think there was like... I'm not sure if it's in... I think it is in the original. You see Mr. X get dropped off by a chopper, and it's like he comes down in some big metal tank, but the chopper also has like... I think it's 5 or 6 other tanks attached to it. So I think people say... I'm not sure if this is 100% like the thing. There's probably people who'll be like, it's definitely the thing. What are you talking about? There's probably people who get really defensive about it. But where there's multiple Mr. X's, I have heard that theory a lot. There's more than one. And so like throughout Resident Evil 2,
There's not much left of it.
Leon is actually fighting different Mr. X's. And they just keep popping up. But I don't know about that. It's possible that the one chasing Leon is different to the one chasing Claire, but I think the one that's in the RPD is probably the same one. You know what I mean? Because it's just it's one of the bioweapons, isn't it? Like they're mass producing those things, or producing multiple of them. So there's definitely more than one, but I guess it's just whether more than one of them were deployed in Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 2 Remake. Because something to think about as well, when you go to RPD, if you look at the lion puzzle, Leon says something like, oh, that was a weird puzzle, indicating that he did it. But the solution on the puzzle dials, this is really nerdy, I know, but the solution on the puzzle dials is the solution from Leon B, the B scenario, because the solutions to the puzzles are different from the A to B scenarios. The solutions in this game on the things are the B scenario ones. And that would mean that Claire A's scenario is the actual Claire A. Shoot this thing in the face, pretty straightforward. Then you'll fall down. Yeah, that would mean that Claire A's scenario is canon, right? And so it's Claire A, Leon B is the canon one. And if that's the case, in Claire A, I think it happens in Claire's B scenario anyway, but Birkin kills a Mr. X, or like rips one in half. Right? Like he comes after, I think it's just after the orphanage with Sherry. One of the Mr. X's gets ripped in half by Birkin. And
left something behind.
then Leon fights another Mr. X at the end of his campaign. So I guess those could be different Mr. X's, is what I'm trying to get at. You know? Like that would support the theory that there's multiple running around Raccoon City at the time. I don't know, maybe there's like, I don't know, some comic or something somewhere that, or whatever, that explains it a bit better, or a book than I'm aware of. But I've definitely heard that multiple times, that there's more than one of them. Gotta be coming from somewhere, right? If you know, put it in the comment section and don't be a douche about it. Alright. So be careful here. Look out for these pods. Okay, we got something hanging here. I'm being really careful here because these things can just pop out. There is an achievement too tied to killing all of the Plant 43 seedlings. But it was really cool that this is like some sort of evolution off of Plant 42 or an advancement on that. Thought that was awesome. Right. Although this fight at the end is a little bit lackluster, it's still cool. Maybe lackluster isn't fair. Just, it isn't a very long fight, you know? But then again, like, we are playing on basically easy mode, so, you know, it's not going to take very long to kill. Maybe on insanity mode, it's really, like, a difficult fight. Look out for these moving vines. I guess I'll find out soon, because I'm about to take on insanity mode real soon. I wanted to prioritize this over anything else. Getting the speedrun type guide out. I feel like if you're trying to beat the game in under 4 hours, it's probably best not to take on insanity mode, because it's just going to be really infuriating, isn't it? See, I think when I do the insanity video, there'll probably be people who watch to help them with insanity, but there are also more people for that video will be watching just for the enjoyment of it. Alright, another one. You see these pods, man? Shoot them to set them off. I'm just using the machine gun here. I feel like they die pretty quickly from this. I'm pretty sure that I got the achievement for destroying all of the seedlings during this run. So if you just copy me here, you should get it too, I guess. Alright. Thank you.
This file's really evident for me.
Going. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you don't shoot these and you just jump down, they like spring to life and attack you. So, something to bear in mind while you're doing this. These ones, I was trying to shoot from a distance. They do sort of react, but they don't open up. So you're gonna have to get a little bit closer. I was just worried they were gonna smack me. So I was kind of trying to bait it. Yeah, it just wouldn't open. One shot. Seems stupid, doesn't it? Oh, hello. I'll get out of here. Alright, so let's go fight the big mamma jamma. Yeah, we're almost at the labs. We made really good progress through this. I shot it with the Requiem there, thinking it would do like mega damage. I don't know if it did.
I've killed every planet I've ever had.
Oh, excuse me. Oh. Oh. Get away from me. Oh! So close. I think he's close to dying now. Yeah, one piece of advice I'll give you with this fight is Leon's reaction time in between shooting and running side to side is definitely what's the word? Less responsive than it is in Resident Evil 4. So if you're adjusted to that like I am, during that fight, when you need to run left to right, give yourself just lots of extra time to run left to right. Like, don't think you can just immediately do it. I'm so used to doing that with Resident Evil 4. But in this game, it feels like the ability to do that is just much slower. But just give yourself plenty of time. Alright, we're at the Ark. Every Resident Evil game has to end in a lab. Let's go, maybe do some upgrades and a save. Here come the nerds, by the way, in the comments section.
Actually, it's not a lab. I think you'll find it's a research center for the bio.
Or some shit like you know what I'm talking about. You get where I'm going with this.
Actually.
Tips Fedora. Alright. Just anybody who thinks like that, I'm just letting you know, like, you're making it really, really hard to ever imagine that you've seen a vagina when you talk like that. You just think about it. Just think about it. If you're sitting there thinking that right now, yeah, just you know, maybe you know what I'm saying. You feel my voice? You know what I mean? Just don't do it. Just stop. Just stop. Alright. Grab that. Interact with this. And we got a deal with these soldiers, man.
I'm getting the feeling
So let's come over to the side. Wait here. I like to crouch and then shoot this. And then you can tell where these two are by the lights on their guns. Just shoot them. And then if we run around this corner, get the shotgun ready. The other one should be just here. There he is. Have a seat, good sir. Let's grab all this stuff. One of them. And when we come in here, we need to shoot another one of these things. Give us some cover and we can crouch behind this and hit easy shots on these two guys. And then we can also look over here and collat these guys. Just to get rid of them. You gotta be ready for that shot though. If you don't hit that shot, when you come up here and go across, they'll be waiting in cover for you and you'll have to fight them up here. There's a weird little strategy for this next bit that I thought was kind of funny. I think I missed one shot, which made it a bit different for me. Maybe you can hit it. I know it is possible to hit. I have hit it a few times, but I missed it this time. So, these guys will come out, and if you shoot them, they're dead, but their animation of them coming down still plays. So I missed this guy with the shield. You can see all these guys dying after they've jumped down. There's a lot of different ways you can deal with this guy. You can parry his knife attack or his shield. I'm pretty sure. I think that grenade went too far back. You can just shotgun him though. If you just shotgun his shield, he'll like stun for a second. But the first time that happened, it was on my 5th shotgun bullet, so I had to reload, which meant I had to move. I wasted a bunch of shotgun ammo on that guy. If you just hit your shot while he's coming from the platform up top, he'll just die when he drops down, but I had to hit the backup strap, man. Either way, it's kind of weird how those guys are coming down from the platform. If you shoot them while they're up there, they still continue walking and then die when they hit the floor. But whatever. It's fine. Alright, so now we've got the fight with Hunk, or at least the person we all think is Hunk. Do you reckon? Is it a clone? Is it Hunk? I think it's Hunk.
Will be constantly monitored. Do not leave the designated areas without authorization.
So I'm gonna come in here and
Transmitting of information is strictly prohibited.
grab this stuff. Some interesting reading in this room as well, talking about the different types of bioweapons. Pretty sweet. So in this fight, it's all about parrying. And I've upgraded my hatchet for this fight.
How about an autograph?
I heard you were smart.
Although it's not really that difficult if you don't. Just go
For someone at death's door.
for singular hatchet attacks. And if you miss, just wait. If you do mess it up, just hit the load. Do it again. Be ready to tap.
Sneaky bastard.
Yeah, just be ready for those parries, man. And go for singular hatchet attacks. He's almost dead. Wrecked. Lovely. Alright. So you get his hatchet there,
Ran into trouble.
and I think it's
This guy was one tough bastard.
supposed to be good at parrying or something.
Quite the compliment.
I think it's something like it's better or it's easier to parry with that hatchet. Could be good for like a new game plus
Nearby.
playthrough.
Time to finally get some answers.
Alright. Let's go. Okay. So we are at the labs. There's Grace. Let's go. So this section is made a little bit tricky by us not having the blood collector.
Look, there's a door over there.
Crane's blocking it though.
Yes, a boost, mate. Alright, let's go all the way around. Break this open.
Once I go down, there's no getting back up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because you get the recipe to make bottles of acid in this area, but we can't craft them because we're not using the blood collector. So we just kind of want to use the bottles of acid that we can find, but also avoid the liquors. Just sneak past them and stuff. And I feel like on the harder difficulties, that's going to be a lot harder to do. But it is what it is. Let's go. Don't really do much shooting in this area. I kill a couple of zombies in one area. Okay, so let's have a little look at our inventory. I put away the med injector there. I think I grabbed the scrap. There's the blood collector there. And let's drop a save. And get moving. So, in we go.
Threat level orange. Confirmed in storage sector. Critical error. Containment lockdown failure.
Right. Excuse me. So when you get here, crouch when you get control after that buzz. And we're going to sneak around the right of this guy so we can get to that safe. If you just wait till he turns around and then move, you should be good to get past him. You need to be quick here, though, so don't stop. You can make this while crouching. Make sure, obviously, you are crouching to be quieter. When we get to this safe, the code is... I went the wrong way there. It's 10, 90, 20. And you get like a Molotov, med injector, and some bullets, which are all useful. Grab that empty bottle and then head this way. And we need to go and open this door for later. Easiest to do that now. Just be careful here you don't set off the liquor. We're going to go this way. There's a liquor on the roof here. Need to be mindful of that. If you do any shooting in this room, that liquor's going to come into the room. So the problem is there's 2 zombies in here and we don't want to make any noise. One of them is literally looking at the key we need to collect. So if you grab the bottle of acid there, there's also another bottle of acid here. Get the empty bottle ready, chuck it at this zombie, and it'll stun it. Grab the key, and then run a little bit to about here, and then you should be able to just walk out, and the zombie that was also the one we didn't stun shouldn't catch up to you. We're just being careful of the liquor here, so keep moving. We've got this zombie in the way here. So what we're going to do is chuck another bottle at this guy to stun him, and then keep going. Don't run, because the liquor might hear you. Just keep walking for now, and then we can run around here somewhere. Although the difference between walking and running in this game as Grace is very slight.
I'm not dead yet.
So when we come back around here, there's a liquor here now. When you get to the top of the stairs, you'll want to start walking to get past this guy. Keep going. Yeah, if we had the blood collector here, I'm not sure though. It might take longer if you're using the blood collector, because you've got to collect the blood, craft the bottles of acid, and throw them at the liquors. Whereas we're moving pretty efficiently and quickly here. We're just not running a lot, you know? I don't know if it's actually quicker to use the blood collector or not.
All right, Leon. Be careful.
All right, let's grab the key and
Let's get going too.
head back. Let's go, go, go. Alright, when we get to the top of the stairs here, we're going to crouch walk. And you can walk normally once you get past the liquor. Or at least you can probably just walk past it, but I like to crouch when we're really close like that, just in case. You never know, you know? Alright, we can open that door in front of us, but we're not gonna. We're gonna keep going this way. Gotta go back and open the door with the key we just got. And this is why we unlocked this door earlier, so we can come through here. We got this liquor and a zombie. We need to get past the liquor without alerting it and not let this zombie see us. The zombie still might see us, but we're going to squeeze past here, make sure we don't stand on that glass that's on the floor, and come this way. I don't think the zombie saw me, but it doesn't matter if it does, because it shouldn't catch you if you come this way anyway. We're going to go open this door. Come inside. And we can get the first of these balls in here. Which one's this? Animus orb. So ready up with a Molotov here and chuck it at these zombies that come through the door. You should be able to kill 3 with 1 Molotov in that doorway, and that just makes your escape so much easier. I think most people's reaction there would be to shoot those guys as they're flooding in, you know? So we got this zombie here staring at us. If we wait for him to turn around, we can go back. And the thing is, the liquor's here again, so we can't go through that door. We're gonna have to go this way on our left. This zombie will fall off the table here, but if you're quick about it, he won't get to touch you. Keep moving. Go this way. And do a mix of walking and crouch walking. Don't run, because the liquor can chase you through the doors. We got an empty bottle here to grab. let's go back. Beautiful. We can run now. Let's head this way. If you want to drop a save after all of that, I wouldn't blame you. Because the lickers are kind of annoying. I'm going to. Because the whole no damage thing, you know, going in here and getting slapped once by anything just means I've got to do all of that again. And although it's not particularly difficult, it's just long. Alright, so we could put the Animus Orb in now, but we might as well just wait till we've got them both. Come in here, grab this empty bottle, and then let's enter the code for the safe, which is 50, 60, 20. Oh no, wait. 80. 50, 60, 80 was that. I think so. You know, yeah, man, I'm surprised I didn't have to look at the files, to be honest, but yeah.
No.
50, 60, 80, I think that was. If you've opened that safe before and explored these labs and got the files, you should have the files still. If you want to double check it, feel free. Alright, so we're coming through here. Round and down the stairs. So here's where our bottles of acid come in handy. Let's throw one at this liquor. To insta-kill it. And then we're going to get this other liquor as well. Beautiful. If we open this container, there's a hip pouch in here. This guy's getting brave. If we stand in the doorway over here and use the pistol on this guy, the liquor won't hear us. One more liquor and another zombie in this area, but yeah, I think it might be two more liquors. Yeah, stand in there. Which means you won't get attacked. Alright, so let's go. Don't open the other containers. I think there may be another one or two that have stuff in them. But there's also ones that have zombies in them. So I just leave them closed at this point. You might be able to get another bottle of acid, but it's just not worth it. I'm going to use a Molotov to get rid of this guy. We got another liquor there. I'm pretty sure there's two. Yeah, I think we've managed to get at least one zombie with that, which is decent. Alright, so I'm going to go and melt this liquor's face off. Suck it. Yeah, there is one more. But, you know, maneuvering around one liquor isn't so bad. It's just when there's multiple, man. If you don't use the acid bottles in this area, and you're having to maneuver around 3 liquors, it's really difficult. Alright. So, let's grab the white orb. What's this one called? Noblesse? Noblesse?
Inactive. Containment protocol inactive.
Alright, we just gotta get back now. Take your time. There's another zombie and a liquor in this area. Actually, no, I think it's just the liquor. The zombie we can hear is probably in the container. Let's keep going. Look at him. They do look really cool, and I'm guessing they've had to redesign them for the new engine and stuff. I'm guessing they haven't just copy-pasted the model from Resident Evil 2. It's probably a new model, and it does look really cool. Alright. Let's keep going. We can run now. Alright, so we just gotta get back. Slap these orbs in. Making good progress. We gotta also get around these liquors, but to be fair, these guys are fairly easy to deal with. Just come around the side of the chairs here. Wait for the liquors to be like strolling away. You can more or less do it straight away as long as you're crouch walking and just come for the door. Don't worry about them. Easy. Let's keep going, keep going. Let's get to the door. Go, 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 go. Slap these orbs in, man. And, yeah. go and interact with this. And then we'll switch back over to Leon. Very nice. Alright, let's hop up here. Let's head over to our left through this door.
Containment breach.
Some containers to break in there.
Surveillance failure detected.
Beautiful, beautiful. Line up the collat on those two. Why not? Save yourself a bullet. You know, it makes sense. Be careful here because Leon gets a spaz attack and this guy shows up. You don't want to keep moving forward while Leon's coughing. You'll probably end up getting grabbed. Hey. So,
Oh, shit.
through the door.
You've got to be kidding me.
And drop a save here if you like. Pretty sure I do, but I also want to upgrade some things first. You've got the new hatchet here if you want to equip it. I don't think I did. I think I'm just getting upgrades, spending my money. Yeah, everything's pretty well upgraded at this point. Okay, let's do Requiem. That's actually a good upgrade to do. I mean, power is the best one in all of the guns. It's not as extensive as it was in Resident Evil 4, but I mean, really, you've only got 2 levels of upgrades until you get all the raccoon statues. Okay. Alright. So, let's go. I think I bought bullets here, even though we just visited. Yeah, and I sold my herbs too. Let's get rid of these. So at this point, I think we do come back to save it one more time before the final boss. On a side note, there are 2 endings to this game. And if you haven't seen both the endings, I won't spoil them for you. But, let's just say there's 2 choices, and if you choose to release Elpis, you have a final boss fight, whereas if you choose to destroy Elpis, you don't have a final boss fight. So if you're just trying to get the under 4 hours achievement, it might be worth... Actually, no, saying that, I think you have to release Elpis to get the... Because it's release Elpis in under 4 hours. I think that's the achievement. Maybe beating the game without using herbs, you could get that. Also, yeah, I guess you could save it before you make that choice, and then do that. So you can not have a final boss fight, and then you'll have the achievement for the blood collector and not using herbs, and then you could
This must be the room.
load it and do the boss fight. I like to stay here fighting these lickers. Also, the machine gun's really effective against them. I was trying to save my rifle ammo, so I was just... I've got like 300 machine gun bullets. So yeah, just hold it down. Kill them lickers, watch out. They come through the vents. I'll get back to what I was talking about in a minute. Look behind you as well, because they can come through the vents behind you. Just be careful. This guy. So yeah. So you could get the blood collector and no med items achievements from destroying Elpis and then loading it up. And then you could do the final boss and use as many med items as you want, I guess. And still get your achievement for doing it in under 4 hours and releasing Elpis. To be fair though, if you've
changed much.
if you've followed me pretty closely, you can just, if you can get through the final boss without healing, which is pretty straightforward, you can get all 3 achievements in one, which is what I did. Suppose it's nice to have the information though, you know. So if you knock these zombies out of their glass coffin things, can get items from them. They drop bits and pieces. Also, fuck Umbrella, we're destroying their bioweapons. You know what I mean? Not sure if that one dropped anything, but never mind. So when you come in here, be wary of the lickers. There's two. That one is really obvious, but this one's kind of sneaky. I can't remember if it was Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 3. But in one of those games, the lickers in Resident Evil 3, I don't remember, but when you kill them, they fall to the floor and slash, and I'm pretty sure they can hit you as they're dying, whereas in this game they can't, which is kind of nice. I feel like stuff like that is annoying. Alright. Got one more dickhead. Oh, Leon's dying. Grab the scrap. They could have worked in like a lot of stuff with this game, because I know most of you have probably played the game already, but in case you haven't, spoilers. But Leon's infected with the T-virus, which I'm guessing he's contracted from being a survivor of Resident Evil 2, like being present during the original incident. Doesn't that mean that, you know, Claire, Jill, Chris, Rebecca, like all of these people that were Raccoon City survivors should also maybe have these problems as well? Could have tied that in somehow. Okay. Chuck it. So, I like to hold heal when fighting these lickers, because there's a lot of them. It's a bit of a tricky fight. Just be careful, hold your ground, move if you need to. I think one of them actually got really close to me. That's a run heal. I think it jumped, in fact. No, I got lucky, I got lucky. Yeah, that one. Look at him sneaking up on me. He did jump for me. I just managed to move in time. Sneaky bugger. Take a seat. Okay, so... when you use this key, the doors around you get locked. For a moment. But... when you use this key, a bunch of zombies show up in the room out of these chambers. So if you want to go and save it, you can go and save it right now by going through the green door that's open right there. You can get back to the save point. Or you can do what I do and fight these zombies and then go and save it before the final boss. But that's up to you. One thing that kind of sucks about this run, maybe it's somewhere, maybe it's in the challenges or something. You can't check your time.
Memory corrupt. Self-repair functionality offline.
It might be in the challenges, actually. I don't know. Someone will have to get back to me on that. Someone probably knows.
Airflow monitor warning. Pod lockdown unavailable.
Cough, cough.
Yeah. Let's get this over.
Machine gun time. It's fairly simple with the machine gun, you know. Just keep spraying and praying. Here we go.
The elevator will arrive.
So, these guys do drop a bunch of ammo, so make sure to collect it all. It's handy.
Has arrived.
Grab, grab, grab. Right, so, let's go down these stairs and we can drop another save.
I can't waste any more time here. I need to go.
Alright. So drop yourself a save, and then head to the elevator for the final boss, baby. We're almost done. Let's go.
Almost sure.
Alright, so we're gonna stumble our ass in this direction, like we're on a drunk night out, mate. Leon's had a few too many bevies, you know.
Not done yet.
Leon does talk about it. He talks about it in Resident Evil 4 as well, how he's just holds a lot of guilt about the stuff that happened in Raccoon City, where, like, because he was unable to stop it, but it's like, bro, it's not your fault, you know what I mean? Alright.
Oh, I need to hurry.
Okay. So, in this room, you can see a painting, or maybe a photo on the right wall over there of a woman holding a baby, and it's got the letter M on it. And, I guess, I mean, it could be, it probably is a reference towards Mother Miranda.
My chance to do something.
From Resident Evil Village. Pretty cool. Right, so let's get to Leon.
Oh, Leon! Leon!
Hello, mate. You've seen better days. So, we're gonna go with...
Know that you are my hope.
She is my hope. A blind hope.
Release Elpis.
This is it.
Skip that cutscene. So I'm gonna use the Requiem here to shoot Victor in the face. Just be careful. He might get an attack on you here, but if you hit him with 4 shots, he'll stun up and start doing the electric stuff. Right, be ready. You need to run to the right when he does this floor attack, and then don't shoot him here. Just wait and then run to the left when he goes to jump. Now's your opportunity to shoot. Keep blasting him. So if you fight him for long enough here, he drops a rocket launcher, but I don't think we give him the chance. Just because we beat him up so fast. Quickly jog on. Again, don't shoot here, just wait for him to jump. Then take your opportunity to shoot. There we go, beautiful. Alright, so Nemesis Part 2, Resident Evil 3 Remake, Part 2. Let's parry that. Parry that. Parries are very useful in this fight. More parries. Get ready to blast these little harpies. Alright, mate, just a trip to the clinic. Helping you out, really. Be ready to parry these attacks. And they look like they're getting close to you. Alright. Shoot the harpies. Excuse me while I sharpen my axe. Just give me a moment. Alright. Just be ready to parry. Okay. And down he goes. We've only got to shoot a couple of these for this part. There we go. Beautiful. Just tap some F. Can give him a bit of stab. Lovely. Good old bit of British hospitality. Quick stabbing.
This time, you ain't getting back up.
Close. Mate, Jill needed a big electric cannon. Leon's just like, let's pull out my pistol, mate. You fuck out my face. Sheesh.
Grace, where are you?
Alright, we'll watch this cutscene,
Sherry.
and then we'll cut this.
Sherry, come in. Sherry. Shit. Grace. Grace, hang on. Fuck. Grace. Grace.
Leon.
We need to get you out of here. Come on. Let's get you out.
There's no way out, is there?
Well, I'm not gonna leave your side. I'm gonna sit right here with you.
I guess this is it then.
You've got flashlights. Sit there in the fucking dark.
Leon S. Kennedy?
Depends who's asking.
Alpha, you read me, sir? Yeah, they're safe. I got them. Yes, sir. Mr. Kennedy, I have a message from Captain Redfield.
Why's it always gotta be Chris? Why couldn't, like, Claire show up, or Jill, or I don't know. Chris gets to be in all the games for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, man. 3:27:41. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take that. So, for those of you who have used this to get your achievements, I hope you got them. Let me know if you did. Fun game. Next up, I'm going to do something with Insanity. Probably a segmented no damage guide or something like that. I'm not sure how long that'll take, but I'll try and get it out as soon as possible. Yeah, man. I appreciate you all watching to the end. And yeah, I hope the video was useful. If you want to support me, just drop likes on the video, comment, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. And if you want to go a little bit further, you could always come on over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/ifreams, where I stream challenges and stuff. We do a lot of challenge runs over there these days. Yeah, I appreciate all of you. Have a great day, and until next time, take it easy.